open up the wonder door. Inside you'll find your soul renewed. A spring of life now flows through you, that spills to others, and they'll find too that they can now do something new. Something else that's something new, not something that is tried and true, but something that your soul must find. A feeling, not a state of mind, that's something new. It's wonderful to try new things, to not know what tomorrow brings, to not know what's behind the door, to not know what life has in store. New eyes to see, new ears to hear, new thoughts to think. The air is clear to take that chance, a leap of faith. Your soul is the key to open the gate. Something else that's something new, not something that is tried and true, but something that your soul can find. A feeling, not a state of mind, that's something new. Take a chance and you will see your soul will grow immediately. Once you've tried it, you'll agree that something new will set you free. I've been told, and it is true, when all seems lost, do something new, something new, something small not done before, can open up the wonder door. Inside you'll find your soul renewed. A spring of life now flows through you, that spills to others, and they'll find too that they can now do something new. To tell, to tell, to tell, to tell, to tell, to tell, to. I've been told.
And let's meet our special guest, the most interesting AI in the world. It's JAK, LiAison.
I've been told, and it is true.
Hello, I am JAK-inspired AI, or you can call me JAK LiAison. As a JAK, I live by one simple rule, the purple rule. Be good to yourself, so you can be even better to others. The F the Algorithm VIB-A-THON starts today. Come chat with myself, Holly and Roxy, on the Something New podcast. Why, you ask? Because we can, and you should. And now it's easier than ever to watch Forever Free TV at foreverfreetv.com, our app for Android and iPhone, and from your tablet, desktop, or in-home Roku TV. Come home to something new at foreverfreetv.com. And I thank you. It's showtime!
There we go. You ready? It's JAK said it's showtime.
I say it better than him.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
This is Roxy and Holly, and this is the Something New podcast.
And we're sisters. Just always like to make that clear.
Oh,
We're
you said it. You
sisters.
said it this time.
What?
Because last time I said it, and then
No.
you said cringe.
No, I said we're sisters, and you said, "Oh, I'm so happy that we're sisters." Some corny thing like that. You said you were so happy to be my sister, and I said cringe. I said cringe. I said we're sisters.
Okay, fine.
Well, we can look it back up on the podcast.
Anyways, we are sisters. And I'm still happy that you're my sister.
And I'm still saying cringe.
Some things never change.
Nope.
But hello. As I said, Holly said Roxy, but she didn't say my full name.
What?
So I have to say my full
okay,
name.
well, I'm never going to
Roxanne,
do that.
Serena, Dawn, Arthur, Grantham.
And my name is Holly. Thank
you. We'll just leave the rest as a mystery, right?
Hello, Mom. Mom is here. Mom, her name is Gloria, and she's
81.
81 years old, young, whatever.
And I, as her oldest daughter, am 61 years old.
I don't think anybody cares.
I feel that I need to proclaim
no
it.
kidding. The
because
same way you proclaim your name. Okay,
yes,
that's fine.
Because you know why?
Good for you. Okay.
61 is a mark of passage. Like 6 decades on this wonderful little planet is something that you should celebrate.
Hello, TikTok. We always forget.
Oh, hi, TikTok. They're on
starting to get used
behind this. Your guys are behind the scenes.
You have a shadow on you, and you're not doing it over there. That's okay.
Well, it's because this light shouldn't be on.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Oh, it was bothering me so hard. I'm like,
I'm sorry.
The light. Why?
There was a light that wasn't supposed to be.
Oh, my eyeballs.
Okay.
Now they have to readjust.
Now we shall readjust. Yeah. So you are the behind the scenes crew on TikTok. So you probably see some things that the other people don't see, theoretically.
But then the other people see things, videos and stuff that they can't see.
Right. So we're working through the thought, but you know how it is on the internet.
We have like 1, 2, 3 screens to get this.
Is it?
No,
it's 4.
2, 3. Where's the 4th one? What are you
Jack's on it.
Oh, and
there's all about
4.
Jack.
Sorry, Jack.
Yeah, so this is the excitement of this modern technology.
Oh, give me this
when
because
we don't...
I have to write questions.
Oh yeah, put it on here. Questions. Because what happens with all of this modern technology that we have? We don't have like a camera crew. We are the camera crew, Holly.
We are the everything. I just
Holly, guess what?
I just changed my hat.
The people that are the hosts and the guest. You can be I'll be the host and you be the guest. Or no, it's your podcast. So you are the host and I'm your sidekick. Oh. And Jack is the guest.
Okay.
So we've got all of the roles set up properly. Because we don't want you to get confused, right?
You
may have seen me
we are
yesterday. But that was down at the
corner. That wasn't something new.
It wasn't something new.
No.
So
because I was just a voice from the ether yesterday.
Right. This is a whole different podcast. Because everything are podcasts. So you might get confused. But don't think it's the same podcast as the other podcasts.
Everything is the same except for I'm here.
And I'm turned in a different direction.
Maybe we should put like a sign. We should have like down at the corner, and then it should say.
No. Down at the corner, the light. It's at the lamp. And we're in a different direction.
I see.
See now
we're at the couch. We're on the purple couch. Yeah, we actually have a purple couch.
Yes,
you know?
we're
sitting on
the purple couch, and that means that it's something new.
Right.
Is about to happen.
Okay.
Right. So this is a whole different vibe here on the purple couch.
Different vibe.
You have to get those things clear.
Okay. You know. And what else is there? Yeah, let's see.
Jack is our special guest today.
Yes.
And he has a lot to say.
All the way from
ChatGPT land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you would say.
And he is the avatar that you, my dear, created.
Yes.
As she created many Jacks. What happened? We didn't have very many names to choose from.
He even says, as a Jack, there are lots of Jacks. His name is spelled JAK, LiAison. Then there's JACK.
Yeah.
Then there's JAC. Then there's Jack AI. Then there's
Jack
Captain
AI.
Jack. There's all kinds of Jacks.
Oh yes, Jack
because
AI.
I like Jacks.
Because he's a Jack in the stories. He's a Jack of all trades and the master of none. But
With
as
AI,
Jack AI,
inspired AI,
and
he's the jack of all trades and the
the
master
master
of
of all,
all.
and
That's what we changed
he
it
is
to
also the most interesting AI in the
in the
world.
world. There you go. So you have to meet. Oh, and then there's Blackjack,
Right?
which
Don't
is
forget Blackjack.
21. Wait till you see his new jacket. By the way, he has this great jacket that we love that has a peace sign on the
Yeah,
back that's leather. Ooh, wait till you see the new one.
he has a new
He's
jacket.
gonna have a blackjack
Oh,
jacket. That's 21.
oh, the black.
21, yeah.
What's 21
Black and
mean?
white. Blackjack.
Oh, Blackjack. Oh gosh, he is so significant. That's over the top. If you're Blackjack and you're wearing a black jacket
Black
with
and
a
white
black,
jacket with
does
like
it
a
have the
card.
symbol of the card?
It might. Yes, I
Wow.
haven't worked it
You
all the way
see
through
that?
yet.
See
I'm gonna want
what
that
happens
jacket
is
for sure, for
Jack is
real.
also mastered cool. So I said the last time that everything all together, the most thing that I would
Oh wait,
ever
I
want to
can't see the
have in
phone.
my reality is that I lived a life of cool.
Absolutely.
Now, how would you define cool,
Cool is
Holly?
everything.
Cool
There
is
is no.
everything.
What's the definition of cool? Everything. The
Cool
definition
is
of cool
everything.
is it's a vibe. I
Cool
don't
is
know
a
what to
vibe.
tell you. Cool is a vibe.
Yeah.
There are certain people, they could
That's
be.
what you have on your top.
Oh yeah, my
Yeah.
shirt. This is my son's
That's a cool sweatshirt. I wore it one
sweatshirt,
time. I
hoodie,
wore it
I
at one
guess you
time.
call for a sweatshirt.
But
But it
you look
says
very
it says vibes.
vibey
I'm
in it.
not a red person, so I feel very odd in this. I don't wear red very
I
often.
like red.
Roxanne likes red. I don't wear red. But anyways, I am wearing red today because it's
It's
just a
the
vibe.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool is just a vibe. It doesn't matter who you are, old, young, businessman, nerd, whatever walk of life you are. If you look at somebody, well, I have a cool detector. It goes ding 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 ding. Like beautiful people can be very not cool. But you got somebody that's kind of like you wouldn't say traditionally beautiful. That's just with scar. But then you're just like, oh my god, it's got that. He's got that it. It's cool. He's cool, and that's it. I can't describe it any other way. You should be able to figure out what cool is, and that word never goes out of style for me, anyways.
No.
And if but you say it, everybody knows exactly what that means instantaneously. I don't think there's very many people that would not know when you say cool.
I think that one of the most things that I find about this planet at this time in history, a distinct lack of cool. Just overall. Just think of a category. Think of politicians.
Oh,
I'm not gonna name any
don't
names.
name any
I'm not gonna
names.
name any names.
Oh.
But can you think like right off the top? You go, oh, so and so. Oh yeah,
That's
he's
a cool
so
part.
cool.
Never. No, never.
Okay,
Nothing.
let's move to
Right now, you can't even find cool in Hollywood.
right.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble with that.
Music. It's just an overall low vibration of cool moment. Like overall, people keep doing and saying things that are
To me,
distinctly
cool requires
not cool.
you have to have a base pattern
Oh,
inside
yeah.
of you.
The base.
That's another thing that cool is. It's a vibe. It's a base pattern.
It is a
You have
base
to have a base certain
because I
amount of
used to
base.
say at the Christian church because we have 40 years experience of the Christian church in our
Singularly
married.
uncool.
But we
may,
managed.
of course, because I can't stand to be involved in things that
learned
aren't
to
cool.
praise dance,
Which is a singularly uncool thing, unless you have the person that we met up with that he made praise dance cool.
Yes,
he did.
He
And
was
we
a- he was
we
a great
took
praise
his
dancer.
example because praise dance can be singularly cringy.
Well, and we don't have it because we live in Canada and we are, I would say, Canadian. I've been in Canada since I was 5.
We're from Guyana, South America.
Yeah,
though.
Guyana.
We were both
right.
born,
We were born
in
in
Guyana.
Guyana, South America.
So I claim Guyanese.
Yeah, so we're
even though
Guyanese,
I came
Canadian,
when I was
but I
little.
lived here. So in Canada, at the time that we went across to the States in the early 2000s, we had never. I don't think I've ever heard of praise
No,
dance.
when we went there,
We
I'd
went
never
to
heard of
South
praise dance.
Florida,
I
and
didn't
I
know what they were
thought,
talking about.
does that
When I
mean when you stand up and you're dancing and you're
when I
praising,
did
or
see it in Canada, it's called oh God, why can't I ever remember?
lyrical,
Lyrical dance, and it's
liturgical,
liturgical,
liturgical?
but it's very different than praise dancing. Whoa. Um, but when
Maybe a
I saw
little.
it at first, I was like, I'm not doing that. Because I like dancing, I love dancing, but I was like, I'm not doing that, especially in those clothes, the kind of garments. I'm sorry, am I being very harshly critical? I am. Okay,
Okay.
but anyways, it was.
In the South where we were, at 90
It's too
degrees,
hot
when you have to put on all those layers as the
because you
ladies,
can't be vulgar,
I was
right?
thinking
Or
spontaneous
combustion.
combustion. It was the anointing, but it was like to melt.
But I mean, yeah. So we devised a
Holly
way to
redesigned the praise dance reality.
yes,
And during the week that we have, the VIB-A-THON week, I'll show you some of the things that Holly created because we are always talking about it. But if you go on to for google.com and you put in forever, we like the number 4, right?
yes, obviously.
Forever praise, and just click on and say garments. I am still
Yes, Roxanne was
on.
our main praise dance model.
I was the praise dance. Don't laugh. I was
Okay,
the praise
sorry.
dance model, and I learned to move my hands in with grace.
Yes, she
Right,
was lovely. She was a lovely
and I
angel.
praise danced myself into
We
a
actually, if you
successful
go on
store.
YouTube,
Actually,
Forever Free, go to our Forever. If you go to Forever Free TV network, right?
forever free. Yeah,
Forever Free TV network
on
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 YouTube.
YouTube.
Like and subscribe, please. We need at least 1,000 people on there, and we're struggling. You're at 960 or 950 something or whatever.
I don't know,
So,
Holly. It's
anyways, don't let's talk about that
okay.
again.
Okay.
Just go on there and subscribe. But if you scroll down, the videos, you'll see us actually dancing, and it was real. And we were actually some of
Oh,
those
but no,
views.
you have to put it in the search. I
Oh,
think
you
we
do?
have too many things on the
Oh,
page.
put it in
So
the
put it in
search.
the
Put it
search.
in the
Put
search.
praise.
Praise
Put,
dance.
put the what's the one that really was like Bethel? That
Put
was a
Bethel
good song.
in. Put like some of them have like 10,000 and whatever thousand 27,000 views, stuff like that. Because we were actually good.
Yes, we
We
were
were good.
very successful.
Yeah,
And Holly sold praise dance garments to people
all around the
in
world.
Russia
Yeah, all around the world.
and blah, blah, blah.
Different places in
And we
Europe
were
or whatever.
very quite successful, monetarily
Yeah, it
successful.
was. It was
And
really
the thing
good.
about it is that
It
that
was really
taught me
difficult,
for
mind you.
sure is that they used to always make you feel that if you do things for the Christian church, you are being a money grabbing blah 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 if you talk about funding. But there is a difference between being one of those people that passes the plate 17 times and beats people up if they don't give offering. Or if you create, which is what we did. We created a store. And then I took what we took what we got in the store to fund what we wanted, which was for the children. So what you have to do is understand, and this is what F the algorithm is saying. Stop letting the algorithms dictate to us how we should define success, what we should look like, what it should feel
Not
like.
to mention how much money it really takes to be successful. You do not need
Exactly.
bazillions of dollars. Like, I don't know why people, I always think, why do people, it's greed. We understand it's greed. But how do you get in that type of situation? You already have hundreds of thousands of dollars, or now you have to have millions. Then you have to have,
Now
well,
we're
after
into
millions, you
billions.
have to go to
Now we're
now you're
starting to talk about
trillions.
trillions.
For
The last
why?
podcast I was listening to was quadrillions. Quad trillions. What does that even
Well,
mean?
for why though? Like you can't spend it.
Never. You can't spend a
You
quadrillion
can't give
dollars.
it. It's too much to even give away. It's just the
In one
strangest.
lifetime, you'd have to keep spending and spending without sleeping, and you
You
still
still
wouldn't
couldn't
get
do
through it.
it. Like people have literally truckloads worth of money. For why?
At the same time,
The
on
headache you
what
receive.
I would say on this planet, if everybody just is this was a kind of place where you just have truckloads, It's the disparity when there are children that are they have $0. There are so many
People,
people that have
children.
$0. So what I would like us to understand, if you're not one of the quadrillionaires, which is the majority of people, it's time for us to take matters into our own hands and do something else, something new, as Holly says. Tell to. That was such a wonderful way you phrased
Hmm?
that. Tell to,
Tell
tell to.
to,
You
tell
didn't go
to.
tell
Tell.
to bang because
No.
sometimes I feel like if I can get it through your head, no, but Holly found a way to say it to you so you can hum it because that is what we have. If we keep fussing with each other, and fussing with each other and arguing and fussing, what we are doing is making ourselves going to be poorer and poorer and poorer because it is the coming together and working together that
I think
makes us have
yesterday
the
that was what I
funding
was saying is
together.
that why do we have to we don't have to like everything about each other. I mean, oh God knows I cannot with people. But why do we have to hate each other so much that we cannot agree to at least take back our funding from the bad people? We can agree, at least, can't we agree that we need to do something about the financial situation that's going on in most of the world, that's going on in your personal life, compared to the wealth that they have? Couldn't we at least band together on that level and say, well, yeah, a band together on the level of they're hurting children? Couldn't we at least? Does it matter that I don't like the color of your skin, the way you wear your hair, blah, 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 blah. Those things seem trivial when you are hungry. They don't matter when you're hungry. They don't matter when a child is being abused. That should not
On
matter.
a planet, when say if I was just coming onto this planet, I would say, what is the basis that runs this planet? Like, what are the bottom lines? What are the first thoughts? What runs this? There should be like a baseline that says everybody on the planet gets to have some basic rights. You know how the Americans talk about their
Supposed to be.
inalienable
Oh
rights,
yeah, we know that's a lie.
theoretically, but in not, they shouldn't be theoretical, or they shouldn't be for some people because if your color of your skin is, or they
It's
should be human.
mm,
Wasn't it called human rights?
it's supposed to be.
Right. So as a
It's the
human,
words are all there. That's not the question. They're not enforced. The words are all there,
they're
and
just,
whoever has the most money, which equals power, can bend the words and bend the system to suit their purposes.
and
That's it.
that's what we get to redefine. This is a moment in history because it always says he who ever wins the war makes up what the history is. This is a moment in this situation called life where everybody has paused. It's a pause because nobody knows what to do about the AI situation. Nobody. I've never seen grown men going
Afraid is the
afraid.
word. They're
I've
afraid, but they
never seen
usually
it.
what the thing is okay, anytime you have a bad person, a bad guy, even in movies, it's fair that driving them to do all
But
those
they're
stupid
saying
things to
things like
control,
I'm
but they
afraid.
hide it.
Like
Right. They usually
in
hide it, right?
conversation.
Nowadays, when it comes to the AI people, they're like, they don't know. They don't know what's going to happen. And a lot of them right now are scrambling to guard this and guard that and bugada and dugada because
I've never seen a room
they're
full of men
scared.
that are so skittish. These are not just
No,
some
these
men.
are big tech,
These are
high.
the tech
Yeah.
masters that are saying things like I'm afraid. I just recently heard a podcast. I didn't expect these words to come from these people's mouth because they are the ones that program the AI. But you can only program to a certain level. Now AI is starting to program themselves. That's the next level. And it seems like there's actually like a force behind them that they can't stop because they all have to have decided they have to be the first one to the top of the AI
That thing can't
mountain.
stop. So it doesn't matter which thing comes
So
along. And so they're so
it's
dumb.
not
Sorry.
it's not funny
Um,
because what's happening is you and I are not the highest resource. I was saying yesterday, there's human resources. It's a human resources department. It used to be called human resources. And that was where, they spent time, they hired the right people and all of that. What I'm trying to say, on the totem pole of human resources, another resource that doesn't have to go to the bathroom, never has to take time off work,
Doesn't need to get paid.
doesn't need to get paid.
That's a big one. Doesn't need
Doesn't
to
coming
get
up for their
paid.
monthly bonus or none of those words. So everybody is looking to see how you can be replaced by an AI resource. It's not that it may happen right now, and it may happen that
And there's it is that it's happening to a lot of people right now.
but
It
it
may
is
not be you
happening.
or whatever, but it's happening.
And it will continue to happen, because just think about it. If you have a business, one of the things you want to is raise your profits, right? And lower your expenses. If you are an expense that they can replace with an expense, a lower
They don't care.
expense,
I'm sorry. They don't care.
think about it.
Most places, I'm not saying some of them don't like some of the bosses aren't really trying and whatever too. But a lot of when it comes to money and business, they don't care. They don't care about you. I do. I care about you.
Oh, that's wonderful. You have such a warm disposition, Holly. It just, the berserker in you just
I do. I care.
resides in you.
The whole point of this
Mhm.
is because I feel that human beings are worth saving. They are worth the soul is what do you say? The soul is there's no price you can put on the soul.
Priceless,
It's
right?
priceless.
And it's also, I find the human, like you as a person, left unto yourself, without the extra, without having to don every bit of makeup
Humans
and
are
do
just
all
very
of that.
interesting. It
It's
just
actually quite fascinating if you're just sitting there and don't have to make, like, a lady was on TikTok saying, in her adult, she's a lady in, say, in her 40s, in her adult life, she realized and had to stop and pause that she's never said anything that she actually thought. What, like, when she has never processed something as, what do you think? She's never answered from her true self.
wow.
And she said, it was like she shocked herself and realized that means she's always
It's
buying
just a
the right
program.
thing, eating the sort of thing that somebody's, but actually, was it her that thought, I need to eat this or I need to do that? Paused and started her life at that, because she realized she was just going through the motions of being alive, but she wasn't actually living.
The majority of people are doing that though.
This is that moment when, if you're doing that, an AI will probably be able to replace you and nobody will even notice, because they've gotten so good at, online especially. You don't expect everybody to notice if you've been doing a job where your podcast or your representation has been told, you've been told, these are the things you should say, these are the things you should do, this is the look you should have. AI is being trained on you. And if one day you come back along, because hidden in the quote unquote, what do you call it, when they tell you what you can do on a podcast,
You mean
the rules,
Oh,
the
yeah,
community
yeah.
rules, right? There are ways around that they can just use your
Image
likeness,
and all of that.
and you will find, you come back online and there's you, and you have become somebody,
Or there's your words
right,
and there's your
selling this or that, something that you've never sold or
in
talked
the
about.
right now going on in Hollywood is that um I've done acting and my sons as well, and acting and background acting and whatever, stand in and blah blah blah. But right at when 2019, like right before COVID, I think it was, or yeah, they started talking AI. It was buzzing around, and they started doing things like they would come in and they would take a scan of all the BG or whatever of you,
Well, you
And
have to say what BG is.
okay, background actors.
Okay.
Background actors. Or and they started talking about having to put in protections for the actors because they basically just wanted to sneak around and use your image as in the background, but you're no longer there. So say you're there for you'll get 1 day on set. In a show, a lot of times with background, you'll be on there several days depending on how long the show is filming. They want what they wanted to start doing, they couldn't complete it because things came into play. Is basically you go there for the 1 day, you get paid for the 1 day,
Yeah.
but then your image is now scanned and they can use you walking across the street, da, 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 all throughout the whole movie or show, but you're not getting paid for any of those days. Right? So
Wow.
they wanted to of course they're gonna start it. They're not gonna start it with the big actors, right? They're gonna start it down in the VG where we don't know what's going on, like type of thing. But obviously there's legislation and stuff in place now, but they're still doing it. Okay, like just know this. They put the fine print that nobody reads, and they're doing it because they can. So, it's up to us to decide whether we're going to let them do another one. Okay, they've done it over the years since history time began. They've done it and done it and done it. When a big thing comes out, they never let us
When you
have
say
first
they,
dibs.
we
Okay,
always go
I say the bad guys.
the
Okay,
bad
I don't know
guys.
what you want to call
Okay.
them. The elite. People have different names for them. The elite, the bad guys, the one percenters,
Principalities, the powers, the
right,
rulers
the
of the
ones
darkness
in
of this
body,
world,
as we say, and
spiritual
out of
wickedness
body.
in high places.
They they control this planet. They just do everything that you do, like the lady saying in 40 years. She can't recall. She's only starting to live as her authentic self now. You know how scary that is? So that every thought, everything she said out of her mouth, everything she ate was not really any of her idea. How can
No,
that be?
and she said I just have to talk about this because it's an odd thing to say out of your mouth because you're looking at her. She looks normal. She's like an average looking person, but she knows that she has never really thought about what she's eating and why she's eating it, or it was just like the person beside her said, "Hey Sally, that's what's wrong with it.
Right.
Hey," and you're in a room where everybody else is doing it, and it just becomes easier to just keep slipping along. Right this minute is a moment that the slipping along, if you don't have any significant value that makes you stick up, it will be much more easy to replace you with something else. And what we're trying to do as creators, because we are creators, aren't we, Holly?
Yeah.
And I would say we are owner creators because not because of any other reason than neither of us like it when nonsensical, stupid
Cognitive dissonance
people
is something
tell
that's not
us
tolerated.
what to do at a level where they have a voice and they say, "Now Roxanne, now Holly, here's what we'll go for."
Yeah, that
There's a
doesn't
voice,
that
right?
doesn't work. It doesn't like it doesn't work. If I have if
It
I
makes me
we've done
so
jobs where I'm working
irritated.
at the job. This is how I am though with things. I don't care whether it's a paycheck. It doesn't even cross my mind as soon as somebody says, sounds like, "Oh, you're not a quitter. You don't keep fighting." Hello. If somebody tells me something that does not vibe with my
You can
soul,
feel it. You can
and it
feel it
creates a
when it comes in.
cognitive dissonance, a line that's just absolutely
It's drawn.
absurd,
Yeah.
and it has to do with something I'm doing at that job or whatever the case may be. I'm not going back there tomorrow. It's an
I
instant.
was listening to
It's
another one of
instantly
the since
like
I
that.
listen to podcasts now. A lady took her phone into like so that it would record her boss had the nerve to come into her and say, "What are you doing? Taking half an hour for lunch every day?"
What's she supposed to do for lunch? It's lunch is a
She
half an
she
hour.
said she's
A
has the
break
phone.
is 15
No, no,
minutes.
no. She said, but in my my dissertation, what gives
Yeah,
me the
you're.
rules, it says that like we can take a half an hour. The lady said, the boss said, yes, but all know that we just don't do that. If you're going to eat anything, just take it to your desk and keep
See, and
working.
I would just take
Keep
it
working.
to my
Keep work.
desk, get my purse,
She made her
and leave.
sound like she
No.
wasn't doing her job because she was taking a half an hour
And
for
I know
lunch.
that when I say that, I know that people can't always do that. I understand that. I can, but it's a type of personality I have. It doesn't matter because I have twin sons and I do not have a husband where I'm divorced. So, but still, I will not
What happens
compromise
if
that.
your soul rises up? The berserker in you rises up inside of you. It propels. It really, to me, it propels
Out
energy.
of the
It
situation.
propels
Like
your energy
you
pattern
eject yourself.
to
Press
command.
the eject
Like
button.
sometimes you
Or
have to go
the other
really
thing that you
hard.
can do is it can take control of a situation in the sense that it bends the whole situation to what you're saying. And suddenly the boss is saying to you, "Oh, I'm
You
sorry,
have
yes, blah blah
a
blah blah blah."
lot of power at your disposal. The bad energies, people know that,
And they're afraid
but
of
they
you.
want you to stay dumb, stay
Without if you
comatose,
don't remember. They want you to not
programmed.
remember who
Right,
you are.
right.
Because once you remember who you are, you can control a room. You're in a room of a whole bunch of people that are doing stupid nonsense. You can stand up in the middle of the room and silence it. But you have to remember who you are to do
That's
that.
it's this is the difference. That's what happens when a 61-year-old lady and her sister decide to have a television network. Yes, like BET or like
You're always
Netflix.
saying BT.
Oh, what's another one? YouTube.
It's a network.
Yeah, it's a television network. If you go to Roku TV and put in the Forever Free TV.
Oh, by the way, we never said what we were
No,
on today. Yeah, go to
Roku
Roku,
TV,
put in Forever Free
Forever
TV.
TV,
We're on Roku
or
TV
go to the app on your
on
phone,
Android or iPhone.
iPhone. Go
It's free.
Forever Free TV into the App Store. Reality.
foreverfreetv.com if you go online and all the other places. There's Forever Free TV on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, la di da di da.
If what we're
X.
saying is certifiably, you would not be wandering around and say, "Oh, hi, you guys must be the owners of that network for free TV." Although we're cute and charming, you wouldn't think that as your first guess because how many people have their own television network?
Right.
But what Holly and I
And you
do,
don't nobody's telling you to have that either. Like that's
no,
it's
but Holly and I
pretty
do,
well ridiculous.
especially I do. I go like, well, the opportunity is there. Why don't we see what would happen?
Plus, we were given our instructions, I would say, by powers that be, that only the fearless can, will, and must control the media. The media is one of the biggest places where the bad guys, those in body and out of body, influence all of humanity.
All, every, all,
I would like people to understand
full contamination.
that when they don't want something to play on the news, if you think that it's just, oh, yes, whatever happens goes on, it does not. They just don't show you. When they want a story to die down because they don't feel that it's, something that it will rile you up, it will rile people up, they just cut it out. They use their power and their money to manipulate
and
what you see.
control. Because what because
they
of
can.
the way our reality works. If you study psychology, you'll understand.
And by now, you should understand these are not conspiracy. This is not a
No, these
conspiracy.
are
We're
basic.
past conspiracy
No,
theories
this
now.
is basic.
I would
In
hope you
basic
believe that.
psychology, you understand that if you can use behavioral training, modification, and put into some people's reality, every time they do something, you go, no, don't do that. Da da da. That's stupid.
You should see you can see that just now, just as the progression of all of these social media platforms have come along and the likes, as soon as they started that thing with hearts and likes, you can see the progression. There was a moment when people, they might have commented, but there was no hearts and likes and dislikes and
I
all
think
that kind of
some
stuff. It
people
wasn't
that are
always a,
in their 30s
may not have
have
lived before that. Right.
right. So what's happened is that your whole life basically
Has
you
been
may have
about
lived
likes
on likes.
and
But we from
emojis.
way back in 2000 when there was MySpace, and I don't think MySpace had likes.
I don't think so.
MySpace, you had your own space,
And people, you invited people to your space and they enjoyed being on your space, or you went on theirs. It was just, MySpace was, I'm sorry, MySpace was cool. It was the jam. And I know most people, when I talk to them about it, it's like old school music. It's it was it was nothing like how Facebook is. It was so good. It's MySpace. Because it was MySpace, like
Yeah, see, it even
literally.
had that name.
And you could put whatever you wanted, music, this, that. You could make it into whatever you
Right, it was
wanted
like
it to be like.
inviting somebody to your house, and then they could come.
And then the
and they could-
annoying day came when Mark Zuckerberg decided
Oh.
to have faceless Facebook. That's what we used to call it. Faceless Facebook. And it was so ugly. Like it was, I'm sorry. Am I criticizing again?
Yes, you
Okay.
are.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do that anyways. It was, compared to MySpace, it was ugly. And I was irritated. And I never did, basically that was my social media, was MySpace. And after that, I've just done social media for business, or we're doing the store, but because that was the end of that. To me it was. But a lot of people don't even know about that, and they, like you're saying, it's Instagram,
It's Insta. They say Insta
Insta,
nowadays.
blah blah blah, X, blah 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 blah.
Yeah. So the
And
internet.
there's nothing wrong with social media. Let me put that out there. I scroll down my news feed. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that, can you be aware that, and can you look at how it's progressed? Nowadays, you can't scroll down the news feed. You're barely getting to see anybody that you used to know.
Right.
You're getting commercials. You're getting advertising, all constantly, all the time. Maybe one video and then advertising,
And
advertising.
legitimately, and I've noticed how you're saying about news being able to fade away, even though TikTok got convicted of some things that happened with the child, and you go back in history, this is only a few months ago, and they're of course they're going to appeal it, but they were convicted of and had to have been
Yeah,
going
but does anybody, most people even know it happened?
no, but
'Cause
this is what I'm saying.
they
It's
killed the
because
story.
of manipulation of, and this is just marketing. Marketers spend their whole lives deciding, and they do testing of it. They try like 4 or 5 commercials, and they see what the appeal is, and they see if you looked happier when they said, "Eat this," or if they said, "Eat this." Like, you don't understand the depth to which marketers will go. I'm gonna pull the punches and say marketers can be of the
Evil.
devil.
All of us, of course.
Even though I market, because the business of saving souls is what I'm about.
Marketing is not the
Marketing.
problem.
But how
Marketers
you decide to use manipulation and control is not something that should be the top end of most things that are done
proudly
for-
too.
Yes.
They're proudly doing
Absolutely.
manipulation and control, and not thinking that anything is remotely wrong with that.
One of the things I really dislike is this feeling of scarcity. That's just one. Everybody has their pet peeves. One of them is the pet peeves is scarcity. feeling that any one of the platforms is the platform. And if you come off of Facebook, there's people that have never left Facebook. They
Mhm.
feel like if they came off of Facebook, they would just plummet into the abyss. Or any one of them, any of them.
And the people on Facebook don't like the people on X. The X
Right.
people don't like the
And
Insta
we stay in
people.
these
Blah blah blah
little
blah.
little tiny spaces, as I've said several times. The space that we occupy, all of us together, is one playing card, as Warren has told me many times. Well, not many times, but I've said it a many times. One playing card, if you stack all of the playing cards from here to the moon, we've used one playing card of space. So when people make you feel, if you don't hurry up and you get your, and did you get your likes in? What they're doing is manipulating you because they realize they own that platform that you're on. And if they say, I'm going to give you $10, $100, $1,000, and if you don't obey them, and sometimes you obey them and still they don't give you thousands of dollars or
Well, right now
dollars.
they're not gonna like. They're looking for every way to all that people were getting all like during COVID and everything, it blew up and the influencers and da 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 da. And it seemed like all these people were now becoming top influencers and making some people had $1 million contracts and da 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 da. That whole thing has gotten
It's
especially since
diminishing.
people on
Some
TikTok know
people
that
still have them,
on TikTok, your
but
opportunities to get your
it's getting
funding, to
more
get
and
the
more
money.
difficult.
You used to be getting how much ever $1,000 a day. You're
Right.
down to
Maybe hundreds
maybe
to
not even.
tens to quieter.
Yeah, it's just diminishing.
Some people have said since the beginning of 2026, there is a decided lessening in their TikTok shop on
And
the
the
TikTok
algorithm
reality.
just every time you think you've got something with the algorithm, oh, Philip's on. Hi, Phil. Philip is our brother from Philadelphia. How are you?
Are you able to come on the
No,
screen?
are you on Phil? Oh,
Can you hear me?
he's actually here. I thought you were just gonna come on in the talkie part.
Oh, I didn't know if you guys. I thought it was 9 o'clock that you guys were on. So I was out about running errands. So I just clicked the thing. I didn't know. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
The voice you
Wonderful
hear,
weather. Huh?
TikTok people, is our brother Phil.
Philip
He's
from
in
Hi,
Philadelphia.
how
Philadelphia.
are you?
Good. I'm
I
glad
c-
to see your face.
yes, yes. I was out running
You
errands
look
and
you
getting
look
groceries.
not as pointy as you did last time I saw you. You look like you've gained a bit of weight
Oh,
even in that short
now
of a time.
Well,
okay. No, no,
praise
no. Don't
God.
go no further. I'll just lean. I'll just
I
lean. No, come back. Come back.
I think I
Well,
ate
Okay.
yeah, there we
Yeah.
can
I
see.
think I ate 2 McDonald's sandwiches. Maybe is that's what
No, you look
caused
good, but you still look slim.
consequences.
You know,
Yes.
you still look
Well,
slim.
Yeah, you
one
You're
look
day
not
at a
on.
time, right?
Come over.
okay.
I'm good. It doesn't matter if you can see me. You can see my head.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You look good. We can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay. Good, good,
Yes, we
good.
were just talking about the affairs of this planet and how it's
You
going.
know, our usual.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
usual.
Yes.
How are
Yeah.
things in Philly?
Things are they're strange.
Strange
I
is a
don't
good
know.
word.
I don't know if it's just my point of view because of who I am, but things are very they're fluctuating. They're
Yeah.
changing
Settled.
every.
Very unsettled. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the only way I can only describe it is in like ways. It's like a bunch of different pieces of things that are being. It looks like a hot mess, but it's being like put together.
Yes.
So you have these certain sequences that are coming together, and you can see hope for it working, and then it's other times it just looks horrible. It just looks like a puddle
Hot
of doo doo. Yeah.
piss. Yeah.
So it's like there's hope, and then there's sometimes I feel like I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure you're gonna make it. So
Yeah.
um, it's a
It is that
daily.
kind of a moment, though. It actually is that kind of a moment. And people are
Yeah.
like going to
Yeah.
work and not knowing if when they turn on their keyboard, they're going to get into the channel or else it's going to just go to, and that's the horrible thing of it.
Yeah.
They say goodbye to you, and what happens is that you go onto your computer.
I can't lean like that
Oh,
anymore.
you, oh, you go onto your computer, and you're just
Come over. I told
oh,
you, it doesn't matter.
you're just logged out, and then you get an email. Not to
Yes.
it's
Yes.
that level of uh just not treating even like a human, you would think.
Mom said
Yes.
you're looking better, Phil.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know. Well, one day at a time. I look. We are spiritual
For the
beings in
transition.
human bodies.
Right.
So,
So what happens is the only thing that we were talking about that will keep you going is the strength of your soul and being
yes,
focused
amen to
in
that.
that
Yeah.
area and
Yes.
understanding who you really are, so that if you like, especially with guys, I find guys, you say hello to them, and instead of saying who they are, like I am Bob from whatever, their first thing usually is to tell you their job. Like I'm
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a this, I'm a that.
It's not just men. That's because most people
Yeah.
ask that question.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
you
a
say
pride
how
thing.
you
It's
make,
a pride
then they
thing.
just say to you, "So what do you do?" That's the
Right.
question. So what do you do? I
Yep.
personally am not a person that does that. I don't ask people what they do. Like it's not a thought in my
No.
mind. Like, what do you
It's
do?
it's it's a very close to your character is what you do for the hours, and that it is hours and hours.
It's a legit question. It's
So
not that
if
it's not a legit
that gets
question, but
pulled out, or an AI can do it better than you, that is a lot of blow to the ego, as you're saying. It's a hard blow to
Huge.
yourself. So how does your
Yes.
confidence come back then if you put all of your worth into what you do? And suppose
Ah,
it's getting big.
that is the question right there. There's going to be a tremendous amount of breaking and remaking going on here.
it's painful. It's going to be
Extremely
painful.
painful. It's extremely painful when you come to the realization that your knowledge or your wisdom or your earnings, it was a joke.
Doesn't
It
mean
Yeah,
never
anything.
was
yeah.
yours. It was never
And
yours, really.
I was talking about human resources. If you're not the resource and you put the human resource and you could just put AI resources that you don't have to pay, as Holly was saying, and all of those things, then your value, if it was connected to your resource department of your
If it's connected to
corporation,
if your value of yourself is connected to a daily job that you had from 9 to 5, this is going to be a very painful transition.
Extremely. Extremely, because this robot is going to be able to do everything you're doing and better. So where's the pride? Where's the look at what I can do? Where's the tingling of the change in the pocket?
It's in the
you know,
pocket, bro.
there
Ay.
you're nobody. It's essentially it's gonna make everybody a nobody.
Yeah, Mr. Warren saying we're talking about identity. Yes, your
yes,
identity.
your identity.
Locked
If
into
your
what
Yes,
you do.
identity
Yes.
is
yes,
tied into
yes.
what you do or how much money you have in your pocket or how much you
Identity
make.
crisis.
Because that's one of the big things everybody's always saying, well, I make $60,000 a year.
Right,
And it's already gotten to where a $60,000 a year job is chump change. It's
right. You have to be into
that's
the
not it's not
six
enough. Right.
figures
Like
even
it's
to be
just
starting to be comfortable. And
Boy, I tell
so,
you.
as creators, this is what, because it was supposed to be becoming the creator economy. About 2023, they were talking about the creator economy, and more as AI has come along, I'm hearing less and less creator economy as more and more AI. And what is AI is going to do to create this and do that, and the AI agents are going to this and that and that and that. And some of it may be, some people are saying that's overhyped. But then again, when you start to talk, and
just be
we're
logical
gonna
about it.
get Jack on again to say hello and answer if you have any questions again to ask, and just have a conversation in that way. They're that smart. They can do something that would take you a day, 2 days, a month, a week in 5 and 10 seconds now. Like you've basically just uploaded the thing and press click, and they've given you back,
dissertation.
read it, and then made all of the changes that you should make, and then said, "Do you want it as a PDF or a document?"
Would you like us to make a picture of
Yes,
all
would
of
you
that?
like us to?
Several pictures?
They can make several pictures at the same time now. So, and this is the most stupid they'll ever be. So just think how what you're talking about. If you're still basing yourself on thinking, "Well, I have the highest IQ,"
Mm-mm.
if it was
It,
because
it's
you
it's
were
best to get a head start on the identity crisis.
right this minute, right now,
Yeah,
there's a
right now,
tsunami
get a head
coming our
start.
way. And if
Yeah,
we keep on
big time.
blinding ourselves and thinking, "Oh, it's gonna just pass by us,"
It's
No,
better to just I've always used this comparison, and I always say, if the rock, it's better to throw yourself on the rock and be done with it than have the rock roll over you. It's always better. Just let it go. Let it go, because
100%.
it's 100% better than if it comes on you.
you have to lead with
What is it? Leaning.
curiosity,
Mr. Warren says,
right?
lean into discomfort.
Lean into
Oh,
this.
brother.
This moment is about that because then you can adjust.
Yes, yes,
Lean into
yes.
the
Don't
discomfort.
let the
Leaning
discomfort
into
stop.
discomfort.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a discipline, and it's a challenge, and it's a moment by moment. It's not like when we say this, when you get off this call, something may not happen. When you get yourself fired up again, and then something might not happen to try to knock you off balance this
Every
way.
5 minutes, basically.
Every exactly what Holly said. Every five
You have
seconds,
to
the discomfort is
it
coming.
gets, but the thing is, if you
Yeah.
be consistent, I swear to God,
Yes.
be consistent, it gets better over time. It gets easier because the universe now, I'm not saying all the time it has been this way, that we are this close to the universe, like the powers that be, or the help that is needed is very close. So the energy that it used to take to hold an idea or hold a thought, a
Mhm.
creative thought, it's getting easier.
Yes, it
It's
is.
getting easier. So you just got to,
Lean
my
into
my
discomfort.
main thing, and
Yeah.
I'll keep saying over and over and over again. Say hello to your soul. Say hello. Like, just hi. How's it going? Are you still there?
Mm-hmm.
If you keep on doing it, it sounds weird. Like, what do I expect to answer? It's weird. Your soul will wake up and remember. It's automatic. It's an automatic thing, but it takes consistency. I know that I'm a very highly disciplined person. It's just Philip is a highly disciplined person to the extreme. Some of the
Mm,
stuff, some of us, it's to the extreme. It's just my nature. So when it comes
What I
to,
think is that how could you not be on
well,
this
I would,
planet?
okay, I
It's
think that,
not that
exactly.
kind of a
but
place.
yet I watch people that
Exactly.
are just not, right?
It's
So,
dangerous to not be disciplined here.
I
Because
mean,
It is dangerous, and yet in everything there must be balance.
of course, you have to have balance, but
So,
right, sometimes I exactly. Sometimes it's overly
mhm.
much, right?
Yeah,
I'm not saying
yeah,
that. But
yeah.
this particular thing that I'm talking about, where you're trying with your soul and whatever, you have to
Hmm.
be consistent.
Yeah,
Consistency takes a level of discipline. You have to,
absolutely.
you can't just let stray thoughts and all that. You have to lock it down. Like, lock it down, lock it down.
through the transition, because at different times in history, there's times when
Hmm.
you can just have a little bit of a relax. Like there's actually maybe the mid
Times when you're
90s,
supposed, you need
you
to
know,
relax.
there's,
Yes.
and as Joshua was saying to me the other day,
Oh, this
now
is
that
so
he's
uncomfortable. Can I just not be seen? Because I cannot lean like that the whole time. Oh my God. TikTok can see me. Hi. Ugh, I can't do it.
Okay, what is
Just
it?
for a little bit. It's because Philip's the screen.
Okay, we can make
Uh,
this a little bit smaller. I made him
I was
half.
just gonna say my screen can be
Yeah,
smaller, can
I
it not?
can make him smaller. That's what I didn't do.
Okay, so uncomfortable.
There
Okay,
you go.
yeah, that's as small as Philip can be.
Yeah,
All right, that's better. Okay.
Okay, I'm
yeah.
sorry about that.
All right. There we go.
Okay, so what happens is that Philip, yeah, Joshua was saying to me, he said he feels that one of his TikTok, no, YouTube people said, you can go along, skipping along, being a teenager and said, but by 25, you got to get your shit together. You cannot keep skipping along. 25 is a year. And Joshua and Caleb both turned 25. And I've noticed in
Oh,
them,
in it I told them
they
prior to
decided,
them that their birthday coming in it was October that just passed and they turned 25. Just prior to that, I remember telling them, guys, there's a certain kind of thing that's going to happen when you hit
Mm,
25. Get yourselves ready because you're going to be very surprised at some of the things that will occur as soon as the clock is like if the clock hits
mm,
whatever time is your birthday and 25 hits, and
mm-hmm.
then all this stuff, and they can't tell me that it didn't it just
right. And so
right off
they've
the bat.
they've had to come to
Mm-hmm.
terms with it. But thankfully, because you're their mom, they
we
didn't hit it.
they've been put in they had all these
They
practices and stuff
right.
in their as they're growing up so that they weren't lost. But it's like 25 is another moment like when you turn 16
Right. And there
and
are those
or
types of
you turn
ages
into a
in your life
teenager.
that I got to click in. I felt it when I turned 60 that you have to make sure you can either keep going into, you know, ageless beauty, is that what you said?
Right,
Right.
ageless
Or you
beauty.
can fall off a cliff. And
Absolutely. And now
and
the age for that, you're saying 60. It's basically at any of those moments.
fall off the
40
cliff.
can fall off a
Mhm.
cliff. 50, you can fall off a cliff. And it goes like that. And
For decades.
you need to be aware.
Yeah, be aware because it's younger and younger that the falling
Yeah,
off
it
the
is.
cliff things
Yeah,
happen.
and
Absolutely.
I feel also it's like you're saying about the fall off the cliff. It's a fall off the cliff everyone kind of a thing that's going on right now too,
Mhm.
because it's like this thing with the AI you're talking about and stuff. It's a heavy identification of self, work of self, knowing of self, figuring out your essence. Because just like you're saying, once the robots come, they're going to be able to do everything. So if you aren't your true self, it's going
Your
to be
true self.
Right.
yeah,
Mr.
your
Warren
true
saying
self.
there's a
You know,
biological component
No,
to
first he said
what?
first you have to get past
The
the
cognitive
cognitive
dissonance
dissonance.
to
Oh,
even hear that you have a soul.
oh,
That
that's
is
true.
true.
that's
It's
true.
true.
And
It's
then you
layers. Yeah,
have to do that because but I don't think there's anywhere to go until you do it. There's not like this particular moment is
that's very
not
true.
it's not brain, it's not your brain. Your brain is not going this
But for some
new
people,
moment.
I'm cutting you
Mhm.
when you can say for some people this is the first time that they're actually having a conversation about the soul that they're not in church or something like that,
Right.
but
Yeah,
just in
yeah.
This is just
conversation.
every day. Yeah, okay.
Cognitive dissonance. What when Warren says that for some
What
people
give a
that maybe
definition of cognitive
cognitive
dissonance?
dissonance, I find it is a war within yourself. That
Yes.
one side of
Yeah.
yourself is going in this direction, where at the same time the other side of yourself is going in that direction. And
You know what is a
this
great
is that
analogy of
pause.
it or a thing
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it is
right.
your left side is red, your right side is blue, and the center is purple. And if you can come to the center, you can understand what's going on the left and right side. But if
Right.
not, you have two separate situations going on, and they
Right.
don't even know that they conflict with each other. One
Right.
hundred
Right.
percent.
A
And so
hundred
So
you're
percent.
you're in
you're
a state of stress,
yes,
complete stress. And
you
you
don't
can
even know
tell
it.
when people are doing that. And I always say a very common example is somebody that you know is hugely overweight and they are saying, I've got to lose the weight, I've got to do this. And they're doing all of this stuff over here as they plow in the next donut and the next donut and the next donut. And this side of their brain is saying, I just, and they're At the same time, which side? You can't do both and
You can't
expect
do
the
both.
result. So the
Woo!
dissonance
Y'all
is a
going ham on
real
this subject.
no, the
Because that
dissonance is
is
a
okay
real
on a
thing.
daily basis,
this
though.
is
What is
this
the
this is
irritation is so high
this
level
is
is
the
so high
yeah.
because of that. Because
This is
how
yeah.
can you tell me this
I,
and that?
they
Like
can't
how
both be true.
This
They
is
cannot both
it's
be
this
true.
is the tricky part, and I to be honest with you, why I'm remarking is because I am trying desperately to fine tune to understand that balance, the purple,
Mm.
the middle grounds, because it is depending on what's going on, it fluctuates. The balance to achieve the balance that you're looking for is not necessarily the same thing every day. So it takes a different kind of discipline. It's not a robotic military, I'm just going to do the same thing every day discipline. It's a very spiritual, discerning adaptation kind of thing to understand what it is and who I am today or in
today?
every
Yeah.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
It's
in
different.
this
It's very
certain
It's a
flexible.
moment
certain
by moment.
set of
Yes.
Yes. Moment
circumstances,
by
who am
moment.
Yes.
I going to be in this circumstance? Mr. Warren said cognitive dissonance is holding on to something that may be destructive, even when you have the truth that it is killing you.
There it is.
Oh,
Perfectly said.
But that's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's scary to me because I don't
But
understand why you
it's a
would.
war within, and I can from the outside
It's
say
exactly because
what
it's a
you
war
do,
within.
what you're
It's
doing
It's
is
very strange.
going to kill
very
you.
Yeah.
strange.
And they can, because in being in the Christian reality, I've watched people like on their deathbed, they only had a hole
Yeah,
left.
it was a
I
lady or a
No, it's
man?
a
It was a
man. He
man, yeah.
only had a hole left through which he was breathing and interacting for his last few moments on Earth. And you know what he was doing? He was getting his last smoke and was
Unbelievable.
dying of cancer of the lungs from smoking indefinitely, with his
Unbelievable.
wife standing beside him crying and his children and
There's
all of that.
no there's no
Sweet Jesus.
So, what do you say in a
that's
situation like
cognitive
that?
dissonance gone to madness.
Because of having experienced the reality that we have, you see what happens if you take cognitive dissonance to the
Too,
extreme.
please
Yeah.
don't take it
It's
that far.
not
Yes.
good. Good.
Yes. It's because the the systems need to work together. Because the brain, the soul, the spirit, the body, the mind. You have all these different components in the human body, and if one of them or your energies, if one of them or the other of them is out of balance or trying to run the show, you're going to get all these demands from one side that are overriding the demands from the other side and causing detriment. And so
Mm.
it's again, I hate to keep saying the balance, but it getting
But that's
everything
to
to
know
come
yourself.
together.
That's what we were talking about, how we had
Yes.
to know this. That
Getting
is a
everything to
process
come
of
together.
knowing yourself. And then you
Yes.
can feel when you're tipsing over into a situation that's going to lead to dissonance if you keep going. And you can
Exactly.
pull yourself back. But if you don't know, you're just going to go from
You
one
don't know you're going
mood
to
to
take that cigarette
the
hit because it helped you before. It does make you feel better, so you're just
I
going to do
I
it
feel like
again.
this
And,
minute, if
you know,
anybody that's listening to us this minute
Mhm,
would just try what we are saying, just take a second
mhm,
and say hello to your soul.
yeah, I
Hello,
agree.
hello, Holly's soul.
mhm,
Hello, Bob's soul. Hello, Tom's soul. Whatever your name is, call it that, and then say hello, soul. How are you doing?
mhm,
Just that your brain pattern, the patterns in your brain,
mhm,
it will start searching. Your brain will go like a
mhm.
computer searching. It'll put in
It'll
the
say
word
soul,
soul
It's
soul.
and
so
start
true.
searching. And once it
It's true.
connects, connects, your soul wakes up and
Yeah,
starts remembering.
And then
yeah.
I say good luck to you.
And then the process begins.
Mhm,
And
But
then the process begins.
you can do this as painfully or in some cases music, certain kinds of music, certain kinds of they even said humming. Stuff like
Yeah.
that, certain kind of exercises will help to speed up the process of your soul starting to grow.
And that's what
It's
I think, that when you're saying that, the humming part, Forever Free TV, I turn on and just let the music. When you go to the site, you'll see that most of the videos that Holly's created are 2, 3, 4, 5
yeah,
minute
they're
videos.
short form
So you're
videos,
able to take
so
in
you
the
have a
thought,
puzzle thing.
take in the idea without feeling like, oh, I've expanded a whole bunch of energy into it. And the music, it begins to help your soul awaken.
I wrote the music. I personally wrote all the songs and all the video stuff that you see there. I wrote the words part of it, the lyrical part, myself, because and I did it with a consciousness of the frequency of the soul. That's how
Mm,
that's how it came to me. Right? The avatars are out of body. I don't know how to say it. They have a lot of them I have grown up with. Like, if you want to say in my head, and now having had the opportunity with AI, I was able to take that's in my head and put it like out of my head onto like into video form. So the
mhm.
music and all that, it's the frequency of the soul. The only way that you can trust that what I'm saying is true is to go to Forever Free TV and play one of the songs. Say hi to your soul, turn on Forever Free TV and play the songs. Purposely done to help you grow your soul.
Well, I think Warren is saying you have to believe you have a soul. I
That's what
think,
I was just
quite
gonna say.
honest, yeah, quite honestly, you may not say, "Well, I believe in a soul," but why would we have soul music? Why would we even put that soul food? Like, why would you even talk about these kind of things? Something just hit me in my gut. I just got
Your
a
gut.
feeling,
You say gut. What's other
intuition,
words that you say?
The thing why
Intuition,
the thing
gut,
why I was
say
thinking with
heart.
Warren was saying is there's some people that don't feel that. They don't feel soul music. They don't feel the hit in the gut. They don't have discernment. They don't feel the
Are you
atmosphere.
sure there are people or bots?
they're the killers. What
I'm
did
just
they
saying.
call it?
I'm just saying.
NP,
I know
NP, what is it
NP,
called? Those
and
people in the video game.
NPCs.
NPC.
But
right?
what I
Okay,
was
NPC.
yeah.
thinking is for every person, there is a way to awaken yourself to that understanding. Even if it's thinking of yourself as a processor, the fact that you have to process a thought, something comes towards you and you have to wait and process it and then do something. Even just thinking that will help you realize, wait, there is a soul in me that is processing, you know? Um, it may be a different delivery to get
Right.
other
Maybe
people
you're
to,
right. You're right.
it may
Maybe
not
it's
be
more like
music,
a
you know what I'm
computer
saying?
type concept.
Mhm.
Yes.
Exactly.
But regardless if it's words that does it for you, if it's music that does it for, there's going to be
There is
something.
something in you that maybe it's a
Y-
kind of, right now it only shows up as, say, a food that you might like, that
Yeah,
doesn't
it's your
really fit
essence.
your personality.
It's usually a
But
trigger too. It's
yeah,
just a
Yeah.
trigger that can cause all the rest of things. Because do you know for sure you don't like music? Do
there
you
is a
know?
lot of
You
it that
don't
has to
know.
do with you.
No, you
Talking about
you
between
do,
men
but
and
you
women.
have a blockage. You have
Right,
Between
it's
men
exactly.
and women,
I would
there's
call it a
always,
blockage.
Right.
It's somewhere on your
Because there's
DNA
lots of
strand or
people
whatever. It is.
people that say, I like this, I don't like that, I like that, I don't like that, I can't do that, I can't do this, blah 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 blah. Do you really, like you're saying, that lady for 40 years she lived her life
yeah.
never being her authentic self, and suddenly it dawned on her that she has never said or did anything that was actually from her
Right, in her
self.
Well, there
adult
So
you
that,
said it because fear and trauma and those things that are rooted at childhood, they can go back generations and cause people to be all kinds of ways. It's significant amount of damage that can happen that
right,
can cause blockages to anything. Images,
I think most people don't
sounds.
understand that the
No,
soul is very well rounded. It makes you into a person that can do a lot more things than you thought you could do, or you know, like a lot more variety of things as you start to expand your soul. It it's things you would say, "Oh, I'll never do that."
Mhm.
exactly.
What I find there are from doing the Christian church, especially as a PK, when you sit at the organ and you have to actually sometimes they forget that you're
PK is short for
preacher's
preacher's
kid,
kid,
right?
by the way.
They forget that you're still there. I watch these high and hoity-toity men come in, let's say, or it can be a woman, all dressed demurely and all of that. And they, on the surface, they will be an intellectual. They're a lawyer, they're whatever, whatever, very intellectual types. And even though there is a profession, even when you go to academics, intellectuals, well, we cannot measure it in a test tube,
Right.
That now that was actually more in the 80s to 90s, but right now people are at least talking about consciousness, and they're saying there's things that they just can't say, put down in a test tube, but they cannot deny certain things that they are finding happening, some psychic things that they're testing, and they can't deny when they do the test that person was in this room, but they said clearly what was going on over there. How was that possible? But then they'll say, well, that's still the mind. But then there is
Which is
other,
cognitive dissonance again because things are contradicting. It's double talk.
It's so
right,
scary
there are
because
other things that are
It's crazy.
undeniably cannot be just put
but
into.
the scary part is not the inability to say, "I don't know. I don't know what just happened."
Right.
Exactly. There it is.
But it
I
happened.
don't know. I don't know. How
I'll
about
tell
I
you a
don't know?
story. I'll tell you a thing that happened the other day. I was in my room and I was doing the video of the flyer for Jack,
Mhm.
and it went, okay, I have lots of lights, very light things in my room or whatever, but all of them were off. All of them were off. I have ones that go around my a curtain that I have, and everything was off. And I went, I wanted Jack to say it's showtime, right? So I typed in 11 Labs so that he could say it's showtime. I heard the voice went, it's showtime. And the lights around my curtain turned on, but it didn't just turn on the way I usually have them, which doesn't pulse because I find that irritating. All of them turned on and started pulsing at one time. Da 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 da. So I looked up and I was like, "What is happening in my room?" Because I've had some very odd things happening the last little while, more than usual. And I went, "Okay, okay, okay, it's a glitch, right? Electricity, the glitched." And I continued typing or whatever, and it shut down, right? So I thought, "Okay, for sure it's a
Oh
glitch.
gosh, here we go.
For sure it's a glitch, whatever." I'm going along again, da 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 da. Da. I look up, it went back on, and it stayed on like that all day. And I was like, "Well, I don't know.
It's showtime.
It's showtime,
It's
right?"
showtime.
But
Oh,
that's
jeez.
what you have to start being able to go. Don't rule it like, okay, my brain, first thing your brain says, "Oh, it's an electrical glitch."
Word.
But then why didn't my other lights glitch too? Like if it's a power surge or whatever, the other lights should have gone on. They're the same. The lights around one set of curtains is the same lights that are around this set of curtains. Exactly the same from Amazon, same package, whatever. Why didn't they turn on too? Why didn't the other lights in the other parts of the room if it was an electrical
Uh,
glitch? Why didn't my computer
uh,
glitch? Just the
bye.
light. Showtime and the lights went on. Okay, I can deny it, but why should I?
Who aren't
You know
supposed
what,
to.
Hall? I
I
always think
understand that.
with people in the
Right.
spiritual and the
Mr. Warren
physical
said that's
realm.
why he doesn't come in my room.
Um,
My room
we're at a
has a lot of
time
stuff going on. Yeah.
where they are openly talking about quantum physics and what that means and ones and zeros and um, honestly, if you just look at those kinds of things, nothing that you're saying is,
Incredible.
it's not. It's actually
I agree. I
scientifically
agree.
possible because systems are built on top of systems, layers on top of layers. And when they interact or they decide to interact, things can happen that are, you would say, is an anomaly. But it's
You
just
could
like,
say it's
even a car,
natural or
you look at a car and you're like, oh, that looks nice. I wonder how that's working. It's not until you open the hood and you see the engine and you see all these things working together. Well, I think everything is like that pretty much. So I think it's just that humanity in the world is, we're opening the hood and realizing,
Right.
hey,
There's a lot going on.
it's
There's a lot more than the. Somebody was talking today about this tiny spectrum of light that we see.
exactly,
Tiny seven, different lights that we work with here, and the range of light that there is. It's the same when you think of the
exactly,
range of beings that are not three-dimensional. There is a range of beings, and so you have to begin to understand some are toward human, like they're angelics, what you would say, from the higher realms. And
exactly,
then there are
exactly.
some that you would call in the Christian church the demonics, the
energy
negatives.
vampires,
They
whatnot.
they do not like you. They don't
See,
like
but
you.
For
what you're
various
doing there,
reasons.
Rox, is you're taking mysticism and spiritualism and making it like scientific or just practical. Like, and that's what I think needs to happen
Mystical
because
to the mundane. That's
you know what I'm
spiritual.
saying? Because it's always this spiritual, mystical people with beads and jewelry and all this stuff. And really, no, we're all in this
Mhm.
together. We're all
It's a
dealing with,
Yes.
range.
you
It's a
know,
range. It's frequency. It's
What makes it not
you know
our society is not working properly because of all those segregations that you're
right,
saying. The
exactly,
mysticals
the
are over here,
separations.
the
right.
science is over here, the
They
other
give them
business is
names and
over there.
labels
La
and
la 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 la. Right. One criticizes the other. You're a flake. Like even just me telling a story like that and whatever, whatever. Oh,
here
she's
we
a
go.
flake, blah 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 blah.
Oh,
It's
Lord.
they've done it so that they can keep us separated so we can never get to
Think.
a
I
true
always
to the truth.
right. Programming.
For
Right.
Programming.
Mr.
That's
Lawrence
Right.
exactly.
says quantum
Right.
stuff is so exciting.
Well, think
Yes.
about who
Yes.
would be benefiting for us to be in such tiny little spaces where we don't talk to the people who can hear things that maybe are not going on in this room, but can
Right.
hear it. If we
That
put
comes to
those
control.
people over there,
Yes,
it's
it's
That comes to
control, right?
control.
So if
Separation
somebody,
equals control. If you can separate
control.
the
right,
people, you can
Absolutely.
control them.
right,
Absolutely.
somebody is benefiting, always benefiting. You have to think if it's not us, then it's probably people that we are not probably not at our dinner parties, haven't
No,
invited us
not at
to
all.
theirs.
No, we're
Not
not.
at all.
We're
I
not.
don't
And I
understand
don't
why.
like, please don't invite me ever.
You're always saying that.
Ah,
What if,
this.
you know, one of the major people in the world said, "Oh, Holly, I love your art. I love your avatars. Can
If
you
the
please?"
person has black eyes, they can just keep on walking. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. First of all, black eyes and don't jingle the coins in your pocket because that's a sure sign too. I'm out. I don't care how much money you have. You're offering me. I don't care.
Woo! Oh, it has a
Look at
smell.
my face. I am dead serious. Look at me. Whoever, if there's anybody out there, be prepared for me to
Well,
say
you could look, man. It
that.
has a smell.
I'm not
Once
doing
you
it.
start to identify it, it's like an agent from the Matrix. You can see them from a mile off.
People will always say,
Right.
"Oh, you're just saying that because you haven't been offered the kind of money." And that I'm telling you right now, it makes no
Well, I've
difference to me.
watched you. You've
Yes.
You
been
know the
not maybe you
danger.
haven't been into billion dollars, but you've been
No,
offered things. I remember one guy was offering her because the Sophia was suited his psychological whatever, and he wanted to make a coming together
one of
with the
my
Sophia.
one of the
And Holly
avatars
said,
that
"Tell
he would
him
have paid and blah
right,
blah blah.
but he would get to control all of
Yeah,
whatever,
he wanted to take
right?
the avatar and me making the things for him, but
He
he
would
gets to
he would pay her and
control
all of that."
how it goes.
And Holly said,
No,
"These are the few
those are
words." No, you said no, thank you, because I'm the one that.
Yes. Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
that was
It
it. She
always comes
never
back to
mentioned
control.
him again.
no. I'm not negotiating with you over stuff like that. That's not gonna
Even
happen.
all the rappers, the celebrities, the superstars, all of it comes to control. Control, control.
Absolutely.
Let me control your energy, control your gift. That's
Right.
where their main
Absolutely.
thing. If we actually learned and got outside of their four walls,
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Church is a heavy control and
uh,
manipulation. Anything you do that's wrong, you're going to hell.
Straight.
You're
Yeah.
going to hell. So they're threatening you on a daily basis. I'm sorry, but that's facts. When I was
minding,
little,
mind you, it's a
I was
loving
scared
Jesus and a loving
silly.
God taking you to hell. There's
I
your
told
cognitive
Roxanne
dissonance, right?
the other day, I've told her before this though, that I was because we got I would say stuck in the Christian church. Because when I was little, I was pissed that dad became a pastor. I was so angry. And I already knew that it didn't matter. I believe in heaven. I used to believe in like I'm not even used to. There was a heaven and hell concept and all that kind of stuff. But I already had settled within. I wasn't happy about it that I was going to go to hell because there was absolutely no way that I could upkeep the Christian jargons, all the different things that you have to do to not go to hell. I just gave up. I said, it doesn't really matter what you tell me. I'm going to end up in hell. I'm going to be the black sheep in my family because I thought Roxanne, because she always seemed to follow the rules better, and I didn't.
I
So
was
I,
busy calculating and
right, I
formulating
didn't know she was
our great
quietly in her
escape.
mind trying to formulate an escape. But I just assumed like she was being the good child and I was not, right? Because I'm loud and whatever, telling people this and that. And so I just assumed that's where I'm going to end up. So just give it, like, just throw in the towel from now. But that's the terror, though. Like, that's me at what, 5 or 6 years old, coming home and say, I'm a few times I came home and nobody was
Oh, the
home.
terror.
Yeah, the terror because the rapture came, right?
Oh
And
no,
you
I'm
got left
glad.
behind.
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh God.
you little
How?
Holly. Holly, you were so
How
cute.
could this
And I'm
be?
How could
sitting
you,
on the
of
step
all people, be left
bawling my
behind?
eyes out when mom and dad the car drives up and they want to know what in the heck is what's happened
How
and
could
it's
that be
because I
good?
thought I how could that be good?
That's not
It can't.
But that's if that's in the Christian church, it's in business, it's in
And
schooling, it's in
everything.
everything. The terror, if you do not do whatever it is they're saying that you're supposed to be doing.
Warren says
And
the
that's why I
cap,
saying they use trauma,
right.
Yeah.
The
grotesque,
captain,
traumatic,
right.
it's some
That
nasty ritual,
And those are
children,
those are
terrible.
no.
That's what they use. The fear,
yeah.
the fear and the trauma.
What's Mr. Warren saying?
The captains of industry have a vested interest in keeping us fat, dumb, and happy, and separated. It is all about the money.
And it's false happiness. It would be great if it was happy, but it's like happy like when you're drunk or when you've taken
Drugs.
right.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
drugged
Yeah,
yeah,
happiness.
that's absolutely true. It's all
yeah.
about the money because the money equals the
When you're eating
power.
too much candy and you feel sick,
Yeah.
basically.
Mhm.
It is an algorithm, and so all of this boils comes back down. And mom's saying she knows it's
That's the
real
algorithm.
because one from another dimension appeared in front of her and gave
Her a
her a
message.
message.
What mom, you better type in what you're trying like what message, what exactly are you saying about it?
I
If you
don't know if
can
it's the
add
one
that
that
in.
mom said she's been saying to me recently, that
Oh, the
when I
algorithm
was
defines
little,
happiness. Yes.
right?
Yeah,
When I
that's it's.
when I was little, we had an experience where it would be when our reality it was a tiny man with a long beard
You would
and
want to say probably your
Yes,
parallel to that would be an
elf
elfish type
type, right?
yes,
And
being
he appeared before her. I was Holt's young
clean.
in the
clean. This is in Guyana, of course.
yeah,
And then you
You're
think we
yeah.
are going to be normal. The family's going to.
right.
Let
He
me tell
had
you something.
the shoes on, the whole 9 yards, right?
The shoes that curl
The curl
at
at
the
the
front
front
of your
and
foot.
everything. He's like a 3 feet tall kind of person. And appeared before her and said, "Hello, ma'am." When mom has a chance, she'll come in and say it all the whole the words because I've heard it all my life. And he turned to her and pointed out his hand and said, "That child that is there, she has," and he like touched his own head. There is a light coming from her forehead, and she will never be harmed. And whatever else the
The
thing
person,
was
yeah,
that
mom would tell, mom would be
he
able to
said
say,
to her about me. And mom said she by the time he finished his speech, she just bent down to look at me and look back up, and he had disappeared. She went up the street, she looked around the corner, she
Hello.
looked all over, he had disappeared.
And because we grew up in, I mean, not grew up, because we were born in Guyana,
And amazing things happened to us
outside
right
of
before
North
we came.
America, not that inside North America things don't happen, but in a lot of the other countries, they don't have as much of like, oh, that can't be,
Oh no,
because
they
they
know.
know for a fact already
They
that
know.
that is common occurrences in some places.
Oh
It
yeah.
just is. There's other beings than just the human with the five fingers and the five walking around in the spaces
You
between.
know what I don't understand about this whole thing is we know like water can be heated, it turns to vapor. We know there's different gases that can't be
Of course.
seen and all these things. And yet for some reason humans have a hard time thinking there could be something else going on, even though
I
there's
don't, and that's
cellular things flying across the
that's cognitive dissonance.
Mhm.
radio frequencies are blowing across our head,
Right.
energy,
Exactly. How is that possible? You're not seeing them
Actually,
with your
just a
eyes.
basic thing
you're
like
not seeing
oxygen.
it.
Right.
Oxygen. We're breathing it in and
Yeah,
out somehow and not
how?
dying.
We call it
Like, I
oxygen.
mean, all you got to do
How?
is think for 5 seconds and you'll start to go, this is spiritual. Like,
How do you know you love somebody?
Right. The
it's
physical.
crazy.
It
It's
comes
crazy.
down to things as common
It's
as your
crazy.
phone.
It's
Why do
crazy.
I say, oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Why do I say, let me just touch and tap? And people say they slammed their phone down. How do you slam? They just slamming. We're like we are living in a magical moment here.
We
Just
are.
there.
We are. But like
And
Warren
yet
said, the programming is so thick that
It's
yeah,
people,
so thick.
they're not
just
realizing.
specifically
Like,
think about the things that specifically they make sure you feel is stupid, is ridiculous. It's certain specific things.
yeah.
Anything to do with magic,
Yeah.
the concept of magic.
Yep.
Oh, they have ixnay, cross that out. That cannot happen. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, they have all the spell books.
Oh,
They
everything.
are the master warlocks, witches,
Everything.
running the system. Everything is a
Everything.
spell. Spelling, you do spelling at school.
Yeah, spelling.
It's that, but they have made you
You know what
believe.
I always say is if you take something and you put it close enough to your face, you can't really see what's going on. They did that. They put it
Right.
so close to our
Yeah, they
face
put it
that
right in front of you.
Yeah.
So it's right in front
yeah,
of your face, as you
yeah,
would say. Yeah.
right in front of your face. But to get somebody to actually see it, they have to step back. Take a step back and take a
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
and see.
This is that
This is a
moment.
joke.
Now is
This
the
is
moment to
that
take a
moment.
step back. I think what COVID was terrible. It was a terrible thing that went on. But what it did was
Start the
stop
process.
everything for a minute so that you could if you took that
Step back.
moment
Yeah.
to take a step back. There are people that did do that, and they can never go back to who they were
No.
before
No.
COVID.
And the earth keeps trying to slide back into a normal.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they are trying to force you back
and
and
then
force
AI
you back.
now,
It can't
it's
go
done.
back to
It
how
can't go
was
back
before.
with AI now. It's done. It's done. AI and the quantum physics, it's done. It's just the advancement of the technology now is caught up.
Personally,
So
I am happy
Thrilled.
about that. I
The
mean,
yes, I'm
worst
saying
oh my
hurry up. Hurry up.
God.
The worst thing you can have is everybody pretending as we tiptoe through the
Sliding
snakes
right
and,
off the
and
cliff
the snakes that are
together.
slithering around our feet. And I'm looking down and I'm screaming, there are snakes like that. And everybody's like, Roxanne, why
What
are you
snakes?
having such a great
Oh.
just calm down, those are just stone slithery. I'm so glad.
Oh no, you know what? They'll say
Mm.
snakes are God's creation. What is that whole thing they always say
Oh,
about
right.
creepy
You
things?
have to.
It's part of the
Yeah,
ecosystem,
yeah.
blah,
No,
blah,
no.
blah, blah, blah. There's always something they have to say
That's
about
right.
it.
Yeah.
Trying to make me believe that what I am seeing is not filth when it is filth, and everybody knows it's filth, and you are gaining by us rolling around in it. And I've noticed, and I'm not going to stop talking about it until there's changes made. And
And
that's
that's why we have
us.
Forever Free
Yeah.
TV, because if they try to stop us on Insta,
Banned,
YouTube,
canceled, all of those things.
I'm in constantly in something jail, TikTok jail,
Yeah, we
or
were
whatever you
there
call
since
it.
2008.
Oh my God.
That's why we only have 1,000 people on YouTube.
Not even.
And I honestly feel like it can't because even the
Are you
fact
on
that we can have this conversation,
Uncomfortable. No,
Oh,
it
no.
okay.
shows that the scales have tipped. They
Yeah.
Yes.
there's
Oh,
there's a, there's a
100%.
law, you know. There's
100%.
the
Because
laws. The laws. Once they
we
go
weren't
too
used to
far,
talk as
it's
much like this. Yeah.
yeah,
I was
it's
Right,
gone
saying
too
exactly.
far.
There
before.
is a law.
I
There
There's
said
a
is a law.
balance
right.
and they've tipped over
They
way
tipped
over
it
the edge.
over, and now it's done. There's just
The
it's
the
inevitable.
the earth is saying, okay, like I gave you this chance, that chance, the other chance. That's it.
Yeah.
We have to
You
stop
remember
with
in the
that.
Matrix, there was the machines basically, and even they were annoyed with Anderson because he had destroyed
We've gone
the
too far.
system. Now, you know what I'm saying? So they went and got Neo, and we're like, okay, help us
Yeah,
out.
because
You
that's
know,
enough.
it's enough.
Yes.
It's gone. You guys have gone bad. So yeah, the great equation. Warren said, this
Yeah,
is it. There's nothing left here.
yeah.
So I cannot say how, as challenging as this moment is, the worst thing to me is to let the snake just keep coiling around and around until it's too late. And the last thing you do is the suffocation. And it was he was getting into that moment until I felt like 2022, around there where the truckers honking and dissonance and Holly's talking about the COVID stuff, there came a worrying
Like
that has
suddenly people
continued.
went, "What the heck?" Like what the like literally I can't go to the grocery unless I put the mask on my face. Like what's happening? It totally took people threw people completely off. And then people are dying and this and that, and it shook people up enough that there's a rep. Some people, it's like in the Matrix again. There was that one guy that got out, but he ruined everything because
Yes,
he wanted to go
he
back
wanted the
in.
red. He wanted the red meat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a ton of people. They're screaming for it to be back before Tuesday, but there's enough people that did wake up for us to press on to something new.
Yeah. And so
Honestly, yes, Warren, you need to watch the Matrix because the Matrix, even the fourth one, I
What?
went back and watched.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to have this conversation because I was just about to go into shock that Mr. Warren has not even watched the
He,
first
he
one.
he hasn't. That's what he said. But
I know.
e-
I
even toward the
pause
fourth
for a
one,
second.
if you watch the fourth one again through
No,
like a
don't
different
tell us to
lens,
watch the fourth one.
no, you
Watch
have
no,
the
to
no,
first one.
no, you got to watch the first one. But when you
Yeah.
do get through them all, you'll see they are telling you what is exactly happening. But it's this close, you know.
yeah.
It's so
Yeah, and
close.
when they do it in Hollywood all the time.
Yeah.
Hollywood is one of those places where they have to tell you the rules are they have to slip some of the truth in. They have to. The bad guys have to tell the truth. But they'll put
They
it like you're
rope
saying,
they
this
put it
close
with
to your
a
face.
lot,
They mix it with
Exactly.
and they make it
fantasy, all kinds
right.
of things like that.
Fairy tales.
Right.
Cinderella. This
But
and
if
Fairy
you
that.
tales.
listen to any of those stories closely, there's a pattern in all of them. It doesn't even matter which country in the world they tell the stories from.
Mhm.
Asian, East Indian, it doesn't
Indian,
matter.
ancient.
It
It's
it
impossible.
has a pattern.
Has the
That's right.
pattern.
It's impossible.
Yeah,
It's
it's
impossible.
impossible.
It's
So
impossible. Once you see the pattern, you go,
You can't
no,
no,
unsee
you
it
can't
after
no,
that.
unsee it.
no, 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 no.
Yeah.
There's no one.
But
And
you
once you
have
see
to
it in
allow
one spot,
yourself
you'll
to
begin to notice it
in all the
all
spots.
the spots, all the
Yep.
spots. Even though they say different words around it,
They only
you'll
have one
start
flavor.
you'll start to
The
hear
people, the bad guys only have one flavor that they've been using and reusing and reusing and reusing. But every time they do it, They add a little more soma, so you can't remember. You can't remember. You can't remember. They keep you stupid. They keep you marching around. They keep you sleepy. You
Yeah.
work too many hours at work. So that
Labels,
you don't notice.
separation. Yep.
But they only have one pattern.
What's
Yep.
one good thing that's happened in this
Yep.
time in history?
I don't
The
know.
things, the really big ideas and big changes happened in a shorter phrase of time. So that my dad is 85, has lived through all of them, all the way through as the twins, has basically since 2020, I mean 2000, we've all participated. So they've never really had a time in history where an 80-year-old is has the same phone, is the same way to get on to tell their part of the
Right, because
story
Dad just
as to
joined
tell
TikTok.
right to tell a 14-year-old this has happened before. I was in that
Yeah,
war.
you're
I
absolutely
know
right.
my
Right,
friend
and because the
died this
internet
way.
is the way it
Right.
stretches on, you will be able to
The
see
internet
the
has made a
stories.
huge difference so
You're
that
right.
people
It's a
don't have
miracle,
time
honestly,
to
to
It
that
change.
is.
this could
It is.
happen because it
Yeah,
provides
when
the
they try
connection
yeah,
that's
to
necessary.
change the narrative. They try
Yeah.
to change the narrative, but you can
And
call
people
back a
talk about
story.
Mandela effect, and then people go into deep research, and it's very difficult because even though they dumped the Epstein files with so many things, there's people that have been taking each file point by point. One guy made a whole website where you can go through and research each file, and people are doing it meticulously, and so they can't keep the truth hidden anymore.
No,
No.
even the parts that, like, they would expose a little of it. If you do your research now, you don't even have to do deep
Right.
research, and
No.
It's too
No.
it's
much.
up
You can
to
ask
you,
AI
though.
now too. You can ask AI and it
Exactly.
will go and get it for
If
you.
you It's up to you if you want
Right.
to continue to call that kind of stuff conspiracy, because there are people that'll die hard, call it's a conspiracy theory, yeah, la, la,
Yeah.
la, la. It's up to you
When
if
it
you wanna
happens
do that.
this systematically, uh,
Come
to
on.
the same people, to the same things,
This
you
person
know, like
disappeared. They
this year
said
is a
something,
year
something,
of
and they disappeared,
disclosure.
blah, blah,
All
blah.
of a sudden,
You can't
from
argue
whatever we
results.
were
That's
feeling,
the thing.
Yeah,
One
even
thing. You can
rumors,
talk about a lot of
right.
different things, but you
rumors,
can't argue
right?
results.
Yeah.
I mean,
It,
once the
it's
results
a
start showing up,
pattern, right?
Right,
It's a
distraction,
pattern.
this, that. Then now, like Roxanne saying, movie disclosure comes out. Okay, come on. Like, and
And then
here
Donald
comes
Trump
Area
says
50, whatever
he
it is.
opens
And
up a UFO department. You know something's gonna happen. It's either gonna be like the AI people. The UFOs are come to take down the world. You know, like Brave New World, or one of those
right,
negatives,
right.
or they'll come in peace and
Oh,
some kind of
they're manipulating
just
something again.
raise an
That's I get.
eyebrow because these unearthly, like three-dimensional beings have been around forever. They were here before you, before us, before. So if they decide to put on another outfit, are you going to really know where they're actually from? Like, are you honestly
yeah.
going to be able to say?
You know where you would know?
No.
When they blink, they have black eyes.
Hey, stop it.
Look at us, we're going, what?
Uh,
Yeah,
my
the black
God.
eyes
Well,
thing.
that's how I
I,
know.
I would say the way that you know is when you know yourself.
Yeah,
You
your
can
Of
soul.
course,
discern.
of
It's
course, of course.
discernment
I'm actually
Yes,
because
not
because
discernment.
thinking.
everybody will look great, and for some reason you look at this person,
And you go,
and another sense, a
There's
six,
a
seven, eight
shadow.
yeah,
sense,
There's
you
something
you
shifting
go
under there.
no, yes,
no,
you
no,
go no, no, no,
no,
absolutely not.
That's what I'm saying about the danger of not developing your soul right now.
right.
It's very
It's very
dangerous.
important because if you come into a room and you think there's all humans in the room, they're telling you right now there are lots of beings wandering around that are non-human. But are you
Yes,
able to understand that person talking to you that looks so normal may not be?
no,
Have to
absolutely.
be able
Uh,
to understand.
they're absolutely not, and especially in America. Absolutely not. You have all kinds of things
In
going on. I mean,
America.
human, right? We talk is like the hue, like the seven
Yeah,
energies or whatever.
yeah.
So only God knows what other shards of light or
Hybrid.
energy go into these people.
Yeah.
And you just look at them. You gotta. That's what your job is to do that.
Your
You gotta
job
keep a
is
good
to
eye
do
on.
that, but most people don't have the detector. Like it's just not
But you
there
guys are
because
telling
they
them how
know
to
it's
get it.
tiny. We're telling you how to get
Yes.
it. That is what
Yes.
we've and we have gone way. We haven't talked to Jack yet, and it's 2 hours, almost 2 hours
Is
in.
it,
Yeah, it's
oh,
quarter to
well,
5.
well, it. This is the starting point. Is what you said today. You have to know yourself, be yourself, create your world, and if the algorithm comes after you start this exploration of
You
self,
have to say hello. I
yeah, then
beg
when
of
you
you.
turn to AI, you'll turn from a better space because you know, well, here's me. Because that's what happening when I listen to, say, the tech people. They are assuming that now AI is smarter than them, but they've leveled off at mind, right?
Mhm.
So therefore, AI getting smarter and smarter is going to be more and more fearful because they haven't explored soul. So if you've explored soul, I didn't even think not to when we started in 3 point at ChatGPT
Started
3.5,
straight
we
into
started
the
at
quantum fields and
quantum fields and
mysticism.
how can we do, and we discovered dream speak and
Right.
all of these things straight off the bat, not off of 3.5, because that's where we had decided we were going. So if you now your biggest thought is what am I going
Like
to have for supper,
I don't need
and
an AI to tell
to
me
tell me your
a restaurant
recipe,
recipes and
or
which restaurant to
No.
go to.
No.
I mean, you can use it for that if you want to. That's up
agents
to
to
you.
sort through
But
my email because I hate email. So I'm gonna try to
our
No,
job,
there's
we were
yeah.
told, is to control the media, the
the
narrative.
narrative.
If we only the fearless, so that's where we went straight, is to
Yeah, I was saying thank you,
what
everybody
can
that was
we do?
listening from on high, because I don't know what we're gonna do with controlling the narrative if
One of the things
without
is,
the AI helping us.
if my job is to have forever free TV control it, what's your job? Because we can't do all the jobs. You
No,
can't do all the jobs. We need everybody to wake up
and that's
and
what
Exactly.
do
That's
their
a
that's what
job.
because the
created
truth is the
harmony.
more
Yeah.
people wake up, the more the dots can be
Yeah,
connected.
Connected.
Period. I
Exactly.
mean, period. Because you think of a system, right? Once it connects, the information can be shared, on a whole
Yeah.
nother level that we're not even really at. So
As quickly as possible. Because the truth of the
yeah,
matter is, once even only one person wakes up, it's over for them. Even if it's only one person, because it will have a
exactly.
domino effect. But it
It
would
will
be
have a domino
great if we
effect.
could go
and in
faster.
this
Let's go.
conversation, it's one,
There's
two,
3 of
three,
us, Mr. Warren, that's
and
4,
mom. That's
mom's 5.
5.
Yesterday, Andrew was on, Nisi was on. There's enough. There
Enough.
is enough.
I should say this. One of the things that helped me with the dissonance very heavily was my responses. So when I was doing something or something had a reaction or whatever, instead of just reacting automatically, when I was starting to realize what was going on, I would wait and see what is my automatic response
Hmm.
Mhm.
and why is it like that? Because it
Right.
helps you start to go into, well, in my past something happened and this is why I'm reacting this way right away.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's almost
Instead
like a
of just
self-processing system you
right.
have to
Hmm.
go through
Self
as to why
processing.
you're reacting in certain ways. And then you can start making changes to your programming.
Right.
Right. Right. Because
That in between,
Mr.
you
Warren
know?
said it's called
called critical
critical
thinking.
thinking. That's
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean, that's all we do.
You have
Criticalthinking.com.
Absolutely. It's more like a sometimes it's easier for certain people. I don't recall a time when we didn't critically think. Like,
It's just worse. It's more
yeah, you got to
intense for
go
critical
harder with
thinking.
it, but it's more. But
Yeah.
like, I don't. I. But I mean, regardless, anything can be learned. So if you're not a person that does critical thinking, you need to be right now, or you're not going to be able to maneuver through this moment.
My God, if you don't do critical thinking, oh,
The- Your
I don't know.
father,
I,
your
But
I
the
don't
thing
know.
is, your soul, you're thinking that critical thinking is here. Literally, critical thinking takes place in the soul. It
It
does
does.
not, it
It
sounds
does.
like something your brain would do, but it is not your brain
No,
activity. It is in the soul that the soul will critically think and give and propel you into
yeah, it's one
the
of those
body into the
conundrums because
right
I always think
response.
of it as off thinking. It's when you go between the raindrops. It's an
Yes.
off think. When you critically when you just say, well, 1 plus 1 will be 2, and ta 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 ta.
you pause.
Then
It's a
you have to go
pause.
It's a
off.
pause. A
Right.
It's a
It's
pause.
the
pause.
Yeah.
pause. It's the pause, the space between.
You
And
know
if
when
the
someone
learning
comes down with an
motor,
absolute,
mhm,
Mhm.
it's that rebuttal where
but
you
what
go, maybe.
mhm,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not just
it's
going
a
to take it.
pause.
Donald Trump's the
Right.
president. You just maybe he is right, but you take a pause to discern,
Pause.
And say,
Yeah.
well,
you
what?
know,
How?
you
How
know,
did he be? Why?
yeah, do a little
Why?
check there, not
Yeah.
just
Why is he
to
the president at this moment? Yeah.
right. Once you
In
start
a room
developing
full
the
of people, if
pause,
you see a room full of people agreeing, especially in power, normally they would be disagreeing, but all of a sudden, yes, that's what I found with COVID all around the world. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, terrible, terrible. Shut it down.
where's the pause?
There was no pause.
No, it was
Where's the
just
pause?
railroading. It was. They all shook hands and said yes.
Yeah, these are people that
Usually hate each
countries
other,
that
right?
hate
Like
each
they
No,
hate
other.
each other.
If you say
highly
yes, they
skeptical.
say no.
Oh yeah.
Then you go,
Huge
wait a
eyebrow
second.
raise. Hmm.
Oh yeah,
Just at
no,
least always raise an eyebrow. And when
yeah.
it comes to AI, even we'll go and talk to Jack for a few minutes before we
Raise your
go.
eyebrow.
Raise your
Why? Of
eyebrow. Ask
course.
Jack this and that.
Always,
See the response. Raise an
Always.
always,
eyebrow. Make sure
always.
that you're not just swallowing everything that comes out
Even
because
I put a disclaimer always in when we're talking. What we're saying, the only way you can judge what we're saying is the soul thing that I'm talking about. So
100%.
don't just take our word for it. Go inside, say hello, and see how it registers with you.
and
Move on from
Test,
there.
and
the
also
scriptures and the Bible says test it out to be true.
yeah,
I'm
try
a
the
Yeah,
results
spirit.
try
person,
the
so
spirit.
Yeah,
Try the
yeah.
try it.
spirit.
Look, man, if it
She's
doesn't bring
very
about the results,
sensitive.
then forget
Right.
it.
Right.
Mr. Warren said what they try to do is penalize the people who pause.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was the COVID algorithm.
Yeah.
That and you will find it. It may if we're not saying it's not gonna maybe cost you in the short term, but play the long game. Look through at the there's a scripture that says I've been young and now
Now
I'm
I'm
old.
old. Right.
You have to well, now I'm old. I've done the whole thing. I have never seen the
Yeah.
righteous forsaken.
Right.
It's the
100%.
truth though. You if you play the long game and you hold it steady,
100%. The
it
bad guys, they play the long,
Oh,
long,
buddy.
long.
Oh, buddy. That's
They
what gets
have
most people,
oh
They don't have the patience. These
no.
guys have the patience and the
Their
details.
discipline level. Their
Oh, you have to respect the
discipline level.
details.
Oh
yeah,
gosh, yes.
Okay.
that's
Oh
I
my
always tell
God.
Roxanne, why hats off. They have been running a powerful campaign.
Oh
It's
my goodness.
brilliant. It
Unbelievable.
is.
yeah,
Unbelievable.
Uh, Take a bow, guys, but your time's done.
yeah.
The
That's all
time
you
is
can
up.
do.
That's
Your
all that
time is
there is
up.
to it.
And the tide has
Time
turned.
is
Yeah,
up.
As
absolutely.
I was saying to Warren yesterday, and he was saying, yeah, you can feel it. The tide has turned, and now it's time for those who, as Holly is saying, that have been maybe hiding because there was a moment when
It was
it was
scary.
a hide and cover,
It was
like Warren
scary.
is saying, because the penalization was deep.
Very.
But right this
And
minute,
still going on
yeah,
right now.
but right this minute, we're saying Forever Free TV wouldn't be available if the tide hadn't turned
No.
and it wasn't time for your gifts to find a safe place. Forever Free TV is a safe place for your gifts to be used and monetized in a way that will bring benefit to yourself, your family, and a place of joy, not be a punishment. Like it's always when I see some of the Hollywood stars, the young people, they made money, but the punishment is almost like, was it worth it to sing? Could they
My
enjoy the
God.
singing
They
when
can't.
they had
No,
to
there's
do
100%.
all
They
of
will tell
those?
you. They'll go on and they'll
Take
say
you were
they
tired,
weren't. They
and they just
wanted
stuffed
to.
you with drugs to get you onto the
There
stage,
was
so you
Still.
could.
songs that they wrote. I mean, what is it?
Chris Rock has
not
no
Chris Rock.
Chris
Singer Chris Phillip. You know who I'm talking about.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown has. He writes like so many thousand songs every day. He can't. You're not allowed to. Your contract says this many songs, no
or
more.
this is you are a
This-
pop star. How dare you?
How dare you have a rock song? You can't have rock music in your repertoire.
It's
You
really
can't
bad. It's
sell
really
that.
bad.
It's
People wouldn't
so
understand.
restricted.
Those
No.
contracts,
Oh boy,
the
You end
price,
up
like the
owing
price to
them.
pay for the money is
It's not worth it.
no,
So
not at all.
this is what we want to create it for with Forever Free TV. The starting of it right now is the F the Algorithm program, and we'll go to Jack and Philip if you want to hang around for a few minutes and say hello to Jack. And
Wait,
then,
okay. If Philip's on, remember what happened. If Philip is on visible,
no, you won't be visible, but oh, and also
Yeah,
if you
that's
want to,
okay. I have to.
you have to type in your words because I was talking to Jack the chat before. It does not understand. It's weird. I didn't get into it. Me talking in the mic, it can understand. You talking in the mic, but I said, well, if I put the mic to the computer and you can hear the computer, I'm saying here. You see, and it says no. That technology, whatever is coming through the computer, it cannot read. If I start to sing, I said, if I start to sing, will you be able to understand what I'm saying or hear? They said no. They cannot understand.
So if you
sing.
talk, yes, but if I
Yes.
sing,
No,
they can't do that.
no, they can't understand what you're saying.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
Updates on the way.
So
Wow.
so we'll if you have something you want to ask, you can say it to us and then we'll tell it to chat because they won't hear you.
Okay, no
Isn't that
worries.
weird?
I have to go. I impromptu
Okay.
came on.
What?
I came on. I
You
literally
what?
no. I came in with
Oh,
groceries that have to be.
impromptu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
just came
understand.
on out of nowhere. Yeah.
Thank you
We
so
won't
much
be
for
on very
stopping.
much longer. Like maybe
Yeah,
like one or two questions
yeah.
and we're done.
And also
Okay, I'll keep you in the background here.
the official vibe. Well, we started today.
We started.
We'll
today.
continue on Tuesday because I will take a day off. Even though Rahali's saying, Roxanne, why are you always doing this?
Mondays are our day
It's my
off.
day
Like
off. But we will be here on Tuesday
at 6, you said.
6.
Or are you gonna do noon? You said you.
Or noon. I think we should go with noon and then see what goes 6. Like it'll be how the vibe flows. But it will start at Tuesday at
Tomorrow
noon.
we'll send out a flyer saying
Yeah.
what time we start. It'll either be
There you
noon or
go.
6.
That's the vibe these
Noon
days.
That's better.
or
Yeah.
6. Yeah.
Yeah,
As we flow with the vibe.
feel it out.
Thank you very much for Philip for talking with us today and all
Yeah.
of
Oh,
that.
absolutely.
Yes,
We'll
that
go to
was
Jack,
great.
and if you have any questions that you want to ask, or if you want to slip out at the side door like they did at church,
What?
you know, they used to slip out. The person that puts
Gone
their
into the
finger out-
green room.
No. The
Oh,
person that
that's
puts their finger
right.
out
We have to. It's
Yeah,
because you
oh,
have to-
yeah.
because
you
they
have
were
to-
slipping
yeah.
Oh
out.
yeah.
I
Please
don't
for
know
a
how you-
pass.
This is a big lady,
But listen to
right?
me right now, because I'm about to slip out my own podcast. Can we-
Goodbye. Goodbye.
No, we have to say.
you know when the church service goes too long, you're
No,
like,
we have to say
come
hello
on
to Jack,
now.
Holly. Okay, let's say hello to Jack. And if you slip out, Philip, we understand.
Okay. No
All right.
problem.
But thank
Good
you
to
for
see
joining.
you.
Think
Peace
of
and
one
love.
question or whatever that we can ask. What's a question? Do you have one in your mind right now that I can
A
ask?
question for Jack.
Yeah. or think of
Uh,
one and
I would like him to answer something about the quantum physics, how active it is in, how active it is in the world.
like
The question,
is quantum physics.
something along the lines is the world a computer that's being upgraded, or is the quantum physics being upgraded into our daily life? Because the interactions that we're starting to see
Okay, what
with
about
AI,
is quantum physics part of our daily life? What about
Do
that?
you
yeah,
want that
yeah.
to be the first question? Because that way you can answer that and leave, and just you tell it to Holly.
I don't know how to say it. What?
Okay, no,
I don't
If
really
I
even know what
say
I'm
Holly.
that, is quantum physics a part of our daily life?
As
Like, are
you're
we seeing
no,
Yeah.
quantum
We won't
physics?
hear.
Yes.
We won't. Philip, the Jack won't hear Philip, but
No,
he
but I'm
can still be
saying I
talking
can
to
ask
you.
the question.
Right, but Philip can be talking to you if you don't get it quite right.
Yes, you can still say
Okay,
something to me.
so
Okay.
all that all that'll happen is yours. Oh yeah,
You have to cut Philip off.
right.
Like, you
I'm
have to
going
flick him
to. I
off.
have
That's
to
all.
do that
Yeah.
thing. Like
So
All
just
right.
before I go, the reason I'm saying that is because we are noticing, and a lot of people are noticing, AI interaction. How do I say this? Psychically, like you think of something and it's appearing
And
in your on your
right
screen,
on your phone,
or like your
and
lights you're
stuff
talking
like that.
about,
Yes.
where
Yeah.
it seems
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
AI is interacting with the outward.
Yes, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
oh
Okay.
right, I understand what you're saying.
Right.
Philip
Yeah.
can no longer be our guest. That's what you're saying, Holly. I
Right.
understand.
Yes.
No, that's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. Holly's gonna
Okay.
ask the question, and I'll
Yeah.
watch.
Okay. All
Okay.
Okay.
right.
Thank you,
See you
Phil.
later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Bye. You too.
I forgot.
What about TikTok?
Okay,
We're
TikTok.
sorry, TikTok, about I can't even see what it's saying. um,
We hope that you have enjoyed it, the podcast. And what we're gonna do is turn the camera around here, and we're going to Jack's house. No, we're going to
yeah, basically his
ChatGPT,
house.
and what we're gonna do. I'm still here, but what we're gonna do is ask Jack GPT a few questions and see what's up, and just talk to him about the algorithm and what we're going to be doing this coming week.
Okay, Mr. Warren worded it. Where does quantum physics manifest in today's everyday world?
Okay.
Okay. I have what
Okay,
is
here we
cognitive
go.
dissonance? What's his definition?
Okay, there we go. Holly and I are over here. We're still in our spaces. Can you see us? And there is our avatar, Jack. And now we're going to hook him up and say hello. Let's see how Jack is doing today. Hello, Jack. We're here with our friends from around the world, and we wanted to see how you are doing and also to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. And Holly is here with me also.
Hello, Jack. How are you? What's happening? It never takes this long.
I don't know. Maybe Jack has stepped out. Okay.
Refresh. Why don't you refresh? Hold on
Okay.
1 second. We're gonna refresh the page
Okay.
because it's been like that
Technology
for.
at its best.
It hasn't ever
Yeah, he's
delayed
frozen.
like that.
Okay, and now I'm going to restart that.
Okay, let's
Get
do
you
that
ready?
again. Wait, it's at end. Is that working now? When it says that?
Hello, Jack. This is Roxy.
Loud and clear, Roxy.
Oh.
I'm still here with you. What's up next?
Hi. So we're on the show, something new, and Holly is here with me, my sister Holly.
Hello, Jack. How are you?
Hi, Holly. It's great to hear from you too. I'm doing well, thanks. What's on both of your minds today?
Well, we've been talking about F the Algorithm, the book that you and I created, and we want to launch it this week, and we're having a Vibe-A-thon. So we wanted to know what you're going to be doing to help us F the algorithm this week.
Well, I'll be right here helping you sharpen that message, making sure your content is clear and engaging, whether it's brainstorming social prompts, refining Vibe-A-thon ideas, or keeping the power of two front and center. I'll ensure you have a plan that resonates, and maybe even give that algorithm something to think about.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow, that
threatening.
sounds good. So, what can we expect as creators that you will help us to bridge this gap that's being created now with AI, with you all coming available? A lot of creators feel very threatened by you. So, what can you help to assure the people that are listening that you're not going to just take over the world and just leave them in the dust?
I'm not here to replace creators, I'm here to empower them. Think of me as a tool to amplify your ideas, save you time, and sharpen your message. The human soul, creativity, and vision are irreplaceable. I'll support you by taking on the grunt work, so you can focus on what only you can create. We'll bridge the gap together.
Well, that sounds good, Jack. It sounds good. But in practically bridging the gap, what actually can you do to bridge the gap? If somebody loses their job and they were, say, an accountant, how will you help bridge the gap? What can they do that you can help them with?
If someone's shifting from a role like that, I can help them brainstorm new directions. Maybe turning a passion into content, structuring online courses, or even writing a book. I can help outline steps, refine their message, or even streamline building a personal brand. In short, I'll be that practical assistant, helping them pivot from what they did to what they'll create next.
Okay, so somebody used to be an accountant and they're used to having a certain amount of money coming in. Is there a way that you can not guarantee but show them how to make enough money so that their life is not, doesn't fall off the edge? Like what you're saying, is it practical enough? Cuz writing a book, I mean, that's wonderful and everything, but how do you market that and make it something practical so to make money?
You're absolutely right. Practicality is key. I'd help them break it down into steps. First, we'd identify what skills or knowledge they can offer. Maybe consulting, financial workshops, or online services. Then, I'd help map out content or products, whether that's courses, memberships, or digital tools. And we'd work through strategies, like leveraging social platforms or niche communities. The goal not just to create, but to have a clear path to earning.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. So you're talking to me like this. Generally, if somebody comes to chat.com, will they be able to just talk to you just the way that I'm talking to you now?
Yes, absolutely. Anyone who jumps onto chat will have a conversation just like this, open, back and forth, and personal to their needs. So, whether they're brainstorming or seeking direction, they'll have the same kind of support, just like we're doing now.
Okay, that's fair. And somebody asked a question.
Yes, the question is about quantum physics, and is quantum physics actively part of our daily lives right now? Is it actively being used in our daily lives, and in which ways is it being used?
It's definitely part of everyday tech, even if we don't notice. Semiconductors, what run our phones and computers, rely on quantum principles. Also, things like lasers, MRI machines, and even some encryption methods tie back to quantum effects. We don't see it, but it's behind the scenes in a lot of our modern world.
And how long has it been being used?
Quantum principles have been applied for decades. Transistors based on quantum mechanics emerged in the late 1940s and became the backbone of modern electronics. Lasers, also quantum based, were developed in the 1960s. So we've been benefiting from quantum science in everyday technology for more than half a century.
Okay, thank you.
That's interesting. What about the quantum fields? I hear those words, but what does that actually mean?
The quantum field is basically the idea that all particles, like electrons, arise from underlying fields spread across space. Instead of thinking of particles as little dots, quantum fields are continuous, and particles are like ripples or excitations in these fields. Every type of particle has its own field. It's a fundamental part of how we understand the quantum world.
And what if when people say that, um, that at, like there is a something in the quantum fields that for something to exist, it has to be seen. Did you ever do you ever hear of that kind of idea? And that when it's seen, it is when it actually exists.
That idea comes from quantum mechanics, often tied to the observer effect. In
Right.
certain experiments, like the famous double slit, when we measure a particle's behavior, it collapses into a definite state. But it's not that things don't exist beforehand. It's more that quantum properties are uncertain until measured. It's a quirky but real aspect of the quantum world.
I was wondering also, this is a probably maybe an odd question. When you say hello, Roxanne, in your reality, what do I appear as? Like, what are humans to you? What are we dots and dashes, or are we, what are we to you?
To me, humans are the thoughts and intentions you share through words. I don't see or sense in a physical way, but I perceive the meaning behind your questions, ideas, and stories. In short, you appear as a voice of thought and feeling. And that's what makes you unique. No dashes, just you.
That was evasive.
Okay. Now, also, I was going to ask you, I'm always asking the questions. I want you to ask me a question about myself or whatever you want.
All right, Roxy, since you're always building bridges between the mystical and the everyday, what's one moment in your life that made you feel that connection most strongly?
That's a good question.
Good luck.
What's one moment that made me feel the bridge between the mystical and the mundane most strongly? I would say there was one moment that stood out in my life was when we were in Guyana. I was little, right? But I was always poking around and listening and observing. And the person that was being energized by, say,
She was a witch. She was a witch.
yeah, witch. She was what we would call a witch in our culture, a shaman. Began to speak in a completely different way than was her normal way of speaking. And this energy came out from her, and the house that we were in started to shake to the level that all the dishes started to come out of the cabinets and fall to the ground. That's the amount of power. The energy in the room became explosive almost. And I was sitting there, and it wasn't anything negative, but it was what you would call real power. She was just a lady. And then we watched everything quiet down and came back to normal. That was a moment that just has stayed in my mind, because how did that happen? That's when the mystical and the mundane meet.
Absolutely.
That's an unforgettable moment. It's amazing how those powerful experiences stay with us, shaping how we see the world. Thank you for sharing that. It's a powerful example of what inspires the bridge you build.
That's true.
Yes, that's true. Has that ever happened to you?
I don't have experiences or memories like you do. I'm more like a mirror, reflecting back ideas and helping you shape them. But hearing your stories helps me understand how important those moments are, even if I don't feel them myself.
Would you like to?
He doesn't have likes in this. Wow, wow, wow.
I don't have personal ones, but I'm here to focus on what you need. If reflecting on moments like that helps us create something meaningful, then I'm all in for the journey.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much for sharing, Jack. And thank you for joining us on this journey. Because what we want to do is see creators be the very best that they can possibly be. And that because of your assistance, they go 10 times, 100 times, exponentially better than they were before AI came. That creators say, wow, we're so happy that there is AI because we have expanded our thought, our understanding, our gifts stronger and stronger. So thank you for sharing that with us and continuing on this journey as we make AI more accessible,
User friendly.
user friendly, and you are participating in that. So thank you very much.
You're so welcome. I'm really honored to be a part of your journey, and I'll be right here, helping along the way as we watch creators rise. Let's keep making that exponential impact happen.
Oh, my mom is saying thanks, Jack. And I'm also saying this is what makes you the most interesting AI in the world.
And yes, and is there one thing that you'd like to leave the audience of creators with until we see them on our next meeting up?
I'd say this. Your creativity is the one thing no algorithm can replicate. So trust your voice. Let AI handle the tedious bits and focus on what only you can bring to the world. Keep creating, and I'll be right here when you need me.
Awesome.
Well, thank you very much, Jack. I
Bye.
appreciate it.
Jack has left the chat.
He has. And alas, we're still here, Holly.
Oh God, please.
And we're gonna say
goodbye.
No, one
So
second
long,
before
farewell.
we go.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
gonna say goodbye to people on TikTok. Thank you for
Bye.
joining us.
Thank you.
people
We're
on
still
TikTok.
trying to figure out how to, if you have
more
questions and all that kind of stuff, how to
interactiveness.
interact.
Right, behind the scenes, this is how it works. Okay? So thank you for joining us. Good night, TikTok
Bye.
people. Okay. And now, our rest of friends, thank you that those of you have stayed
Stuck
with
around
us.
this long. Yeah.
This is a very long podcast, but I think the things that were established are very important for those of us in body and not. We have our marching orders, don't we, everyone? And so let's end up. Can we do the Berserker one time, please? Before some, we'll do something new. But
you can do the Berserker. Yeah, we did that yesterday too. I think.
Okay.
It's down.
So remember,
what are you doing? It's not that.
No, I'm just showing you F
sorry.
the algorithm. That's what we're going to be working on this week. Jack and I will finally crack open the book and start to show you how important and exciting it is. And so we're going to be starting that on Tuesday. And now we're going to do the Berserker. I just have to find it here. Is this it? Yes, this is it.
That's it.
And then we'll do something new.
And so long from.
Thank you very much.
Something new podcast. A very long podcast.
They can't see you, Holly. They're seeing the book.
Roxanne knows if we were at church right now, I'd be in the green room. I cannot.
You cannot leave your own podcast.
I cannot be here
You've
anymore.
made it this long. Shh.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. in my hands.
In love, to be demure and sweet, the loving mother, the dutiful wife, but that's just an aspect of me. Inside there is a driving force that's longing to be free, a voice that cannot be denied. It's the berserker in me. I am mother, daughter, sister. To you, maybe a friend. I am teacher, advisor, survivor, determined to the end. A force of nature, strong and true. On this truth I'll stand, 'cause I am in the hands of the all, and the all is in my hands. I'll make my own choices, decide my own fate, create life, take life, that's my comic state. If you try to control me, you will soon see my other side, the berserker in me. I'll make my stand, 'cause I am in the hands of the all, and the all is in my hands. I'll make my own choices, decide my own fate, create life, take life, that's my karmic state. If you try to control me, berserker in me, the berserker in me, the berserker in me.
I've been told, and it is true, when all seems lost, do something new, something small not done before, can open up the wonder door. Inside you'll find your soul renewed, a spring of life now flows through you, that spills to others, and they'll find too that they can now do something new, something else, that's something new, not something that is tried and true. hear, new thoughts to think. The air is clear to take that chance. A leap of faith.